And we are live. Well, at least I am. All right, let's get the pop outs in order. And I better put this here because Al sent me a ton of stuff to share. And he'll be joining us shortly. But I got to set up and get ready for this. No rest today. It's all good. No rest. It's still early. And once I go live on TikTok, he'll know to join me there. And I may have to get help because I know other people know how to use TikTok. He only got TikTok because of me. That's the only reason he got it, because I asked him to. So he's definitely a newbie on it. I'm still learning how to use it, the features. And already, guess who's the first row? Center seat. Cali Nick. Oh my gosh. And what's up, KJ? I'm messing with Nick. See, I just don't mess around with you. Nick is #1 target. Actually, a mole that comes in the other chats. There's a certain few. Grandizer, he can be one. The other night, they were just on me. All right, let me get TikTok started. Why is my computer hitting such high numbers? What is going on? We must investigate before I do anything. All right, it's coming down. It's going back up. Let me see what's running in the background. I have to shut down. Why are there 2 TikTok live studios? That is a really good question. I don't have the answer. It went back down. Anyway, let me go live on TikTok. I gotta change an evening. Oh no. What did I make this title? It is, right? I thought it was me. What the heck? Okay. Paranormal Evening with Al Santariga. I can't do it that. I'm going to have to put with Al and Al. All right, let's go live. And hello to everyone on TikTok. So once he sees that I'm live, hopefully he'll be joining us. My friend Al, Bronxville Paranormal Society. He's also had experiences since our childhood. He's done so many investigations. And we have a lot to discuss. And at some point, maybe a friend will join us, KJ. And we'll get him involved at some point. But Al and I have a lot to discuss. It's like catch up. Oh. You won't believe this. So Al will be joining me shortly. The last 2 days I've been cleaning around here, right? Looking for this little mini recorder. I cleaned everything around here. Guess where I found it? Tucked underneath the TV on the other side. One of the monitors. I couldn't believe it. I was freaking out. This is what I was looking for. But it wasn't in the case. It's black, and I have black carpeting on the bar. This is how small it is. Remember I said it was going to be small? This is what I was looking for. right? It's brand new. It's never used. It's still got the wrapping on it. Look. See the wrapping? It's still brand new. This is what I was going nuts looking for. But I found it. So all items recovered. I can't wait to go back to the lake with Al and investigate that place again. Oh my gosh. We're going to talk about this tonight because he and I and Brian had an experience you cannot believe. We can't, you know that we can't talk about the exact location because he had a scary encounter and they kind of said, don't go back there. Let's just say that. With officials. Because he was going on a lot of shows talking about it. And they were listening and they were watching. They said, we don't want you going back there again. We don't want you doing any more investigations over there. Now, the history of this, if I'd say that, it would give it away. Back in the 70s, there was an accident there. And they had to do a massive cleanup. But this lake is known for all kinds of paranormal activity. UFOs, cryptid, I mean, I'm going to save it till when he shows up. And he should be in here shortly. When I see him come into the chat on TikTok. Now, I need KJ's help. KJ, you're on the Twitchy channel. How does one, because he's new. He only got TikTok because of me to do this tonight. How does he come in as a multi-guest? I don't know if he's going to be able to figure that out. I really don't. So you may have to help me with that. Or help us. And hello to Greg, Huerta, Nicola, God Loves Always, Chente, Jerry, You'll Never Know, Winkle, Birdman, everybody that's showing up in the chat. Are you still there, KJ, on the Twitchy one? Or did you jump over here? He clicks on the person icon. He clicks, like on my icon, he clicks on the person's icon at the bottom and it should say request. And if it doesn't, I can see if it lets me invite him. Sure, when he joins the live. And sometimes you can request him to join. Oh, I'm so glad I made you a mod on TikTok. Oh my gosh, here we go. Here we go. Work has started. And I'm going to tell you, this is when it's a nightmare. I wish I could show you, but I can't because it's work related. We use StreamYard. If any of you are familiar with StreamYard, when they send me 10, 15 videos, clips to show during a show, and they are MOV files, it is an absolute pain in the nightmare scenario because StreamYard doesn't allow MOV videos. You have to convert them to MP4s. When he starts sending me these videos, this is I swear to you, of all the work that I do on this network, this is the worst. I mean, I'm not... Oh, shit. If this doesn't work, I won't be able to do it. I'm not complaining because it's great for the content of the show, but it is a pain in the butt for me to do. They don't realize. I really don't think they realize how crazy it is for me to do this. It's crazy work. I'm telling you, this is what I dread. Tuesday nights I dread for this. I dread Tuesday nights just because of this. Is that crazy? What's up, C? And it's no offense. It's just, it is what it is. An absolute pain in the you-know-what. So like right now, I'm clicking the video to download. The video doesn't have a name. The name is sent separately. I have to copy and paste the name. So now I'm going to download the video. I'm just going to show you like, then I got to open up Premiere Pro. Now I don't even know where the video ended up. Oh my God. Because I just downloaded so much shit for Al. It's all the way down here. And then create, replace project. Then I've got to put this MOV file. If Premiere Pro doesn't work, I'm in trouble. And then he's gonna be not having any video clips. It's that simple. And then I must export it and convert it. And that screen will pop up over here. This is just to do one video clip. There he is. Al's in there. All right, KJ, Al's in the chat on TikTok. These videos are going to have to wait. Where did it go? Let me just finish this one video. What's up, Al? Now, Al got TikTok just because I asked him to. He would never get TikTok. He's doing it to be here with us. Now, what is this? Okay. Now I must rename this. This is just for one little video clip, and then I have to render it. This video clip might be a little long. And I don't want to see any more emails for the rest of the night. It's that simple. You have no idea. MOV files are my worst nightmare. And most of them are. Sometimes he'll send some MP4s. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. But most of the time they're MOVs. And they are the most pain in the you-know-what files. KJ, I need your help so we can get Al to come in here. I don't know if you can do it. Alf, try to see if there's a way. Let me just stop this video. I'm done making it. To ask to join me. I know that's asking a lot, but you have to figure out. He says, click on the person icon at the bottom and it should say request. Click the two people icon and click request. Good, he's in here. He'll help. Paulie Walnuts. If you're from New York, we all know that term. You don't even have to be from New York or Jersey. Forget about it. And hello to everybody else in the chat. I had to laugh because... Yeah, that's him, KJ, yes. I'm not looking at my emails. I'm not looking at nothing no more. Those videos will sit there till morning. Because Bill's not doing it right now. Yes, that's him, KJ, so help him out. He's new. Put it this way. This is probably the first time he's ever used TikTok. I'll put money on that. If I had to guess. It's a good guess. Al's like my brother from another mother. Known him for years. A decade at least. I'm not seeing anything yet. We got to figure this out, Al. We got to get you on. When I see it light up, then I know that's you trying to get in with me. I invited him to join paddle. Okay, so Al, you've been invited to join. Whatever KJ did, can you guys hear me when I talk? Yes, when you come in, I can bring you in, yes. We won't be able to... Actually, we could... If you have a camera on, we could even see you. I'm ignoring those emails. But you gotta do what he sent, that invitation. You gotta accept KJ's invitation to join me in the panel. Let me get ready. Like, for example, KJ, jump on with me. If you can. Show him. But I mean, you could hang out with Al and I, but Al and I have a lot to talk about. You can be there, but really at the beginning it's going to be Al and I. But you can jump in and ask Al any questions. Can somebody, either one of you, do the multi-guest thing? See, Nick? You see what I got to deal with, Nick? Where did Kelly Nick go? His dog. He took his dog to the... to get groomed. He's probably all up near his dog. Oh, my dog smells so good right now. Oh, my gosh. All right. I know Al's in chat on TikTok. I know KJ's in there. KJ's trying to help Al to come on with me. Oh, he did? So there's still. It's all good, Nick. Is that like because of the Cali heat? I heard it was like in the mid-90s, near 100 over there yesterday in some places. Yeah, Al, look at chat and look what he's writing to you. Click on the two people icon at the bottom right and click request. Whatever that means, because I don't even know what that means. Not to make you all nervous and freaked out. If worse comes to worse, Al, because it'll sound really good if you come on with me here. If I could always pipe you to the phone, but it's easier here. And it sounds better, obviously. Mel. Actually, Mel, I don't remember what I did yesterday. But hello to you. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say, yeah, I remember you. You know what I mean? But it's good to see you back. And hello back to you. Ex-girlfriend. That's going a little on a stretch. No? All right, you... Okay, I saw what you did, KJ. Well, I hope you're well. And what's up, Aiden? I'm just waiting. You don't... Oh! Oh, it's Melissa in Florida, my cousin's ex-girlfriend. Oh my God, I thought you scared me. You know, oh my God, Melissa, how are you? Oh my gosh, it's great to see you. I hope you're doing great. And wow, Melissa, now. No. I didn't read that right. For a second, I thought you said you were my ex-girlfriend. But what happened was, true story, I had a stalker like 6 years ago. Her name was Melissa, and I thought you were her. And did you see how I got like cringy and frozen? She was never my girlfriend. I've been single too long. And I thought you had, I didn't see Marquise's name there. I was like, oh my God. That made me flip out. I was like, do I block? I had the three dots, block. I thought, then I saw Marquise's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. And then I said, oh, thank God. Thank God. My stalker hasn't found me. Believe me, it was serious. I had to go to the police and everything. And I mean, I never even met the person. The person lived in Florida. But anyway, we're trying to get my friend in here. Melissa, it's great to see you. He's not joining? What do you mean he's not joining? Al, he sent you an invite. Remember, Al is new on TikTok. He's trying to figure it out. It's not, he's never used it before. It's going to take him a minute to figure it out, trust me. If he figures it out at all. Otherwise, I'll get him on the phone. He can watch on TikTok, mute his TikTok, while he tells me what photos to put on the screen. Yes, you as well, and my love to everybody down there in Florida, Melissa. And I hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh. I can't believe what a brain fart that was. Melissa, look how I look after all these years. Not bad, right? Kind of still look the same. Just saying. I know you were beautiful, so I'm sure you look beautiful as ever. I would just simply say it's just someone's loss. And but it's none of my business. I'm just saying. Yeah, you remember me back in the Bronx. I moved up here. I've been up here for 20 years. And you guys left New York like 10, 15 years before that. It's been over 30 years. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. I agree with you. 96. I knew it. Oh my God. I was just getting out of my teenage years. That's just to go how old I was. Oh, yeah, now. Holy. Wow. But anyway, go do your thing. I'm always around. Just follow me so you know when I'm live. She's like family. For real. She's family. In Florida. She knows the deal. It was 91 there today. It hit 89. It's getting cool here. I think the pool is done. I think I'm done with the pool. I don't think it's going to warm up enough now. I think I'm done with swimming. Yes, I will tell my mom that you send your love. Definitely. And tell everybody, like I said, I send my love. We're still trying to figure out how to get Al on here. Al. Skywatcher calling Al. Are you there? Copy. Al, are you there? Copy. All right, Melissa, have a great night. Otherwise, Al, I'll just get you on the phone. And then you open your TikTok, watch my live stream. Because it's pretty good. It's almost like real time. It's not like the other platforms. And you can talk and look. And then I'll put the photos up on the screen. You tell us what that's about. Damn. But you won't be able to engage with KJ. Dude, there's gotta be a... Can I invite him? How do I invite him? Multi-guest. How do I invite him? KJ, get on here with me. Talk to me. It's easy to talk. I hate texting. KJ, get on here with me. It's the same as me inviting him, but at least I know what I'm doing. It's the same as me inviting him. Al, where are you? Maybe there's another way. I wonder how it is on the phone. I'm gonna call him. I have to call him. And he sent me a ton of stuff to share on the screen. I don't even know such a number. Damn, I do that all the time. People call me that are important. I forget to add their numbers, and then I don't know what the number is. Oh my God. I have to go and get my headset from my phone. Okay, go. Oh, let me call you first. All right.
And dude, I'm not seeing any invite from anybody.
All right.
So,
Are you using TikTok on your phone?
No, I'm using TikTok on my computer.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
How the hell are you? All right.
I'm writing shit in the chat. You don't see what I'm writing?
I am seeing what you. That's why I called you. You just wrote I have to go and get my headset from my phone.
Yeah, I gotta run downstairs because I didn't think I would be using my phone at all.
Wait,
tonight.
you can't. Oh, you can't do it on the phone. He said you can't join guest live on computer.
Oh, well, didn't know that.
Did you install it on your phone?
Yeah.
All right. Hang up with me, and then get your headset for your phone, and then use your phone to connect to me on the TikTok app that way.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute or two.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Are you working tomorrow?
I'm working around here now. I'm off from work, but I got a ton of shit to do.
Oh no, I don't want to keep you up. That's why I'm saying that.
No, what's up? Oh no, I'm not working now.
Okay.
I just gotta do shit around here.
Do that. Get your stuff organized, and then text us in chat when you're ready.
Okay.
Or you could text me on the phone if that's easier.
Plan B. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Plan B. Here I am trying to do it. Duh. You can't. How is that you cannot use your computer to do it? I'm using Live Studio and I see everything. You can't do it on a computer. The app, the desktop app. That is like BS. Yeah, but the problem. Oh yes, he could. KJ could still hear me because I got Teams on a separate channel. Oh my God. I don't want to bother him now. Because I could do that on the mixer board. I don't know if he's got Teams though. Because after Skype, everything got, for me, I transferred all my contacts to Teams. Works great for me. What is your platform about, Bill, if you don't mind me asking? Everything. Sky watching, bike rides. You think Marquise does bike rides? I do 30 miles every time I go out. Today I did 25. It was a short one. How do you think I lost all this weight? I play my music that I write. You want to hear one? I got one for you. Are you still here? Want to hear a song I wrote while we wait for my friend Al to talk about the paranormal? You might like it. It's one of my more mellowy type. It's almost like R&B because you know how much I loved heavy metal. Back in that time when you knew me, it was all heavy metal. It was none of the other stuff. It was all metal. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get it before you go. So yeah, it's everything. But on that platform, on the TikTok platform, TikTok, you got to be mindful of the phrases, words, content, everything that you do. You have to be really, mindful. It's simple. Cali Nick, I think Cali Nick likes it. That was a good one. Cali Nick, you've been on the roll lately with your advice. I got to tell you, you've been on a roll. I gotta lay off of you a little bit. I gotta be nice to him. He's gonna laugh about that one. Oh yeah. Oh my God, he's playing guitar. I have 8 guitars now, Melissa. 8. I got 8 now. They're beautiful too. Oh, they're beautiful. What? Now, I'll show you that quick. I'm gonna get the music though. The more expensive ones are in cases. 2 are not, but they're still not cheap. Like this. This is called, it's a BC Rich. This is called a Warlock guitar. Look at the body. That's a Warlock. Al knows about this because he's got guitars. See that? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, that's just, these are not in the cases. I'm not going through my cases. And then there's this one. Oh my God. Oh shit, the stand. Then there's this one. This is I'm lefty, so this is a Flying V. This is a Flying V right here. Guitar. See that? And I play drums. See the drum set back there, electric? Okay. Let me play this song because I know you're not, you gotta go. Okay, time out. Where is the file? So how I do this is I use a platform that creates the music. You pick the genre, the style. I write all my lyrics. All these songs, I write the lyrics. They're mine. So I have actual licensing rights to these songs. I can play them anywhere, any platform. They're mine, which is cool. And this one I honestly think this one could be a hit. And somebody said, I don't know who it was, I need to stop putting my music on, not that one. I need to stop putting my music on platforms and getting it out there. That's one of my songs, but I want to show you one specific one. It's called True Love. Hold on. That's my Halloween song. That's my Halloween song. Here, right here. Wait, let me put it back a little. I hate when it does it. Alright, this next song, that's mine too, but I want you to hear one specific song. See all those models? They have lights. They're not working right now. I built all those models. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet.
That special person, magic fills the air now. I am certain this is the time for celebration. My dreams come true. Will you be mine? Fire ignited within the first time we met. My heart relit with love. My body began to sweat. Nerves tingled down my spine. Touch me, I'll hold you tightly, unchained love, you set me free. Forever together, this is our destiny. Never letting go, this feels so heavenly. All my life been waiting for you, my love. Soulmates forever, you are my true love. Yeah. Every day I cherish you as if my final day. Always by my side, words cannot say how much I love you. You make me smile. Once empty, now whole. Let's walk down that aisle. Pledging love forever. Promise to be faithful. You at my side, your loyalty never doubtful. Love is our force that nothing can destroy. You and I forever, our lives full of joy. Forever together, this is our destiny. Never letting go, this feels so heavenly. All my life been waiting for you, my love. Soulmates forever, you are my true love.
What'd you think? Isn't it beautiful? Now, I'll show you one more thing. One more thing before you leave. Because you're from the city. Like I am. Check this out. I did this at the beginning of the month on a Saturday morning. At 8:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, I got to Fort Lee, New Jersey, right across the George Washington Bridge. Look what I did. This is what I do. I do GoPro 360 videos of my bike rides. This is a 360. See that? I can move it with my mouse. Check this out. I'm going to mute it so we don't hear it. So I started from Fort Lee, New Jersey. I'm riding on the streets of New Jersey. And then I'm going to cross the George Washington Bridge with my bike. This isn't the one because this isn't the one with the million of people there. Okay, this is not the right video. Hold on. That's not the right one. I went to New York City twice. That day, it was like 90 degrees and it was so humid, it messed up my camera. It was fogging up the camera and I was so upset. I had to go back to New York City and do the whole trip again. That's a 50-mile bike ride round trip. That is not a joke. I did it twice in 1 week, 100 miles. Because I was so upset. Because I'm a perfectionist. If it doesn't, or close to it. If it's not something that I'm happy with, it ain't happening. It's a do-over. So I had to go back and do it over. Let me see if I can find it quick. I want to show you quick before you go. And before Al gets here. I think it's in Suno videos. I hope it's in here. Chadwick. Newports. I go in the mountains. I do all kinds of stuff of bike riding up here. Marquise would freak out if he was up here. I bet you he couldn't keep up with me. I guarantee he couldn't keep up with me. Oh, here it is. 8225. This is it. This should be it. That doesn't look like there's many people there. Oh, this is definitely it. You gotta see this insanity. I'll never go back on the weekend. It was like a traffic jam of bicycles. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I thought I was in the Tour de New York. Forget about Tour de France. Tour de New York. I thought I was in a race. It was crazy. It was absolutely nutty. Wait till you see how crazy this gets. And it's narrow to ride the bike. This is not for beginner cyclists and not even intermediate cyclists. You gotta be a good cyclist to do this. Because it's narrow. They're flying by you. You're gonna see, it's crazy. And I couldn't believe I get there at 8:15 thinking it's early, nobody's gonna be out. This is what I run into. New York City, there's so many people down there. Look at this. Now my camera is 8 feet above the ground. My GoPro. It almost hits these signs. If I'm too close here, I gotta watch it. It would wipe out the camera. The camera's at that height. Look, see how I gotta be careful, get around it? The camera's gone if that hits. And I can move it. See? Look at the craziness in front of me. Let me take my webcam off for a second. Look how they're coming at me. You could tell it's early in the morning. Look where the sun is. It's rising. I'm like, what the heck? Look at this. The GoPro is beautiful. It's 4K. It's nice image. It's nice video quality. But look at this in front of me. They're all waiting to come the other way. Look at them all. They're all waiting. Look at the line. They're all waiting because we're going through. They're waiting for us. Look at all of them. And I got a whole bunch of them in front of me. A whole bunch. And watch the ones, look, there's not much space. You see how there's not much space, especially when you're near those beams? Imagine the bike riders coming towards you. Look at this. Everybody's like a race. Look at this. And now I got to watch this beam because of my camera. If I hit the sides, it's done. I got to be in the middle. And there's people riding there, and I still got to be toward the middle. Otherwise, the camera hits that ceiling. Look at this. Dodging people, bikes. Let's look at the side a little bit. Look how beautiful. Uh-oh, I almost hit an icon. What did I just do? So far, he sent me 12 videos. Look how beautiful New Jersey. The New York side, and New York City's down there. And I'm over here with them. Look how close it is when a cyclist gets by. Look how close. Literally, look how close that is. It is so close. You're talking 6 inches. There is not much play between you and the person coming toward you. At all. There's, especially when you're near the beams. Like right now, we're almost at the, look at that right there. Oh my gosh. It's not much room. Look at the people in front of me. You can see there's not much room between them when they pass each other. So I went to the city, you know, I did this. And then I went down. This is a long video. Like I said, I did the 50 miles. Round trip. This was 50. The Intrepid is coming up. Or did I pass it? Yes, because that's the circle line. I passed it. There's the Intrepid. Beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let me move. And then I went. Check this out, how this looks with the Freedom Tower. Look at this. And that's the great thing about the GoPro 360, because you can move it around. So, let me see if we see a shadow of the rod that's so high on the, it might not show. There I am. All right, let's look at this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This was about 9:30 in the morning about right now. 3 Saturdays ago. Look at this. Stunning. It is stunning. And they did one beautiful job in the city. It is so clean, so new. They redid everything. And yes, safe. Look at that. It's hard with the trees that they put. But there's a clearing coming up. I've done this ride about 4 times now. I want to do this at night and see the whole skyline lit up. That's what I want. But that's going to be a challenge. Look at that. Look how beautiful. You don't realize how tall that is until you're right next to it. You don't understand how tall that is. It's incredible. So then I went to the footprint. I was talking to the police officers over there. I bet you a lot of people don't go over and talk to a crowd of police officers, right? But I had to talk to them about the station and the programming, the law enforcement shows we have. So then I went to the footprints. And there's the tower right there. Isn't that beautiful? Because I lost 2 friends there. So then I went to the other one too. He came up to me to say, make sure you walk your bike. And, you know, and then I said, didn't you see me walking with my bike to get here in the first place? He goes, no, I just got here. I said, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And God bless you. That's why he came over to me. Because, of course, that's his job. He's got to tell you, you got to walk your bike. I get it. But if you were paying attention, I was walking my bike the whole time. See, Then I bought 2 caps. 9/11 memorial caps. Here. But that's not on camera. I did that. So there's the other footprint. They were working on it. I think. I don't know if it was running that day. Sometimes I go there, one of them is not running. Sometimes you go and they're both working with the running waterfall kind of deal. See, this one wasn't working. Or is it? Oh, yes, it was. So, yeah, and then you see the buildings. Look at that. It is amazing. So, yeah, it's a heck of a bike ride, let me tell you. Then I stopped at the pier just to get all this and drink my Gatorade. You know how they have all the piers in the city. Then I went to another pier where they have the Circle Line, right? Was that it? No, I'm still there. I'm still on the same pier. Is it here? No, I'm still by the pier. A lot of people. Oh my God. They had a beach. They had a beach. They had sand on one of these piers. And I was like, look at it. I said, wait a minute. Where am I? It looks like there's a freaking beach on the pier. I had to investigate. I've never seen that. They put sand like they're at a beach. On a pier. They can't go swimming. I was like, I need to go check this out. Because this is new. I've never seen this before. Like, they put sand. They're like if they're in the beach. Look at it. I was like, no way. I'll tell you, that's one place to hang out and get a suntan with the city in the background, though. That's pretty cool. Cali Nick comes in the clutch. He's up to 13 videos already. I was like, yeah, they're just chilling. And you know what's crazy and sad, Melissa? You're from the city. I'm from the city. You know when you hear on TV or the news that crime is bad in New York? They don't know what crime was like unless you lived there in the 70s, 80s, 90s. It ain't nothing like it used to be years ago. Exactly, right? It makes me laugh when people talk, BS. They don't live there, but they talk and they believe everything they see. But unless you live there and you know what's going on, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. Of course, there's always going to be that element of crime. That goes without saying. But statistically, it's not even, it's like half of what it used to be. It's like, give me a break. Anyway. And I can prove it because you can go to the NYPD crime history statistics and you'll see how they came down over the years. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, I waited till, they were boarding the Circle Line. I waited until it pulled out. But I did it on TikTok. But look at that. There was a crazy building here. Which one is it? It's this one. It looks like Legos. It looks like a Lego building, this one. It was bizarre looking. It looked like a bunch of Legos on top of each other. And I don't know who the heck was the one that came up with that idea to build that design of a building. But, Anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit with you. And like I said, send my love to everybody in the family in Florida. Okay. Yeah, stop by whenever you can. Stop by. I'm still waiting for my friend to figure this out so he can come and join me here. It's actually getting warm in here. I could open it. It's dark now, right? Yeah, it's dark. Oh, it's dark. It's nice and cool. Ooh, that feels good. It's getting a little warm in here. So hopefully my friend will be here soon. Good night, Melissa. But I don't know if anybody's been watching me clean this place for the last 2 days looking for a device. It was right underneath the TV on the other side. The little recorder, audio recorder. It's in here. I couldn't, but it wasn't in the box. But this is why I didn't see it, because it's black, and I have a black carpet on here, on top of the bar. Look how small this thing is. But it wasn't like this. It was like this. I couldn't see it. It blended right in. It was there the whole time. The whole time. It was right there. That's the last little piece of paranormal stuff I need. This. I'm glad I found it. Because I went nuts the last 2 days cleaning. But at least I cleaned. You can look at it that way. I cleaned. Alright, let me get ready for him. And I'm not going to share any of his pictures until he comes. If he figures this out, how to use TikTok. It's 8:30. It's not too bad. Watch watch KJ get all shy and not come on with us. Let me check something. Well, at least they took the lead. My God. Ready for some football, Nick? You're 49ers, right? Of course, it's got to be the 49ers. Forget about this. Though they did look really good in preseason, but preseason doesn't mean anything. Now they're going to go 0 and whatever. 0 and 17. Nah, they won't go 0 and 17. They got a tough schedule. I was looking at their schedule. It's like, oh my God, who made this schedule up? They got a bad... I mean, it is super hard. If they're a decent team, we're going to know after 4 games. It's simple as that, because they're playing all the top teams right off the bat. It's so bad. I'm going to need more coffee. And you know what's crazy, Nick? I don't know if you're still there. Are you still in Twitchy land? What's going on in TikTok? TikTok looked crazy quiet too. Where did KJ go? Did he disappear? Al's there. C is there. I don't know if he's there. Patrick. Oh, KJ's in there. I think Callie Nick went to go eat. What time is it in California? It's 8:30 here. 5:30? Yeah, 5:30. Like I said, at least I cleaned my whole area. It actually looks really good. To be honest. Things look organized. So that was alright. Alright, let me... I don't know. He said he's trying to get all his stuff together. He told me he would text me when he's ready on his phone. No, 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 no. 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 Okay. Nothing from him yet. I can share. Well, while we wait for him, how about this? I'm gonna go to a video Halloween night. It was Halloween night. I can't remember what channel it's on though. It's got to be on the old channel, TubeView. Which I'm streaming to again. This was one incredible day, and actually night. Halloween night. There was a meteor shower going on. It was clear. Some really, really, really weird stuff. I mean, like a little bit of everything happened. We seen a craft in the distance. What's up, Heidi? Heidi was there one time. She's in chat. She's from the UK. She was there one time when she came. But it was Brian, Al, and I seen it. An object. I said, yo, what's that? It made a turn right toward us. It was right above us. And it just hung there. It made a humming sound. It didn't sound like it. I said it sounded like a drone. Like, if anything, it sounded like what a drone would sound like. But this was not a little drone. This was a huge craft. This is not like a little drone. It was high altitude. It came from a far distance, and it's right over us. I'm like, no way. This is no way. And he probably has the video for that. Then, when we get there, this is for real. What the hell happened here? We're sitting on a rock, and something throws a rock at us to our backs. It's like, dude, what's going on? And there's nobody out there. On October 31st, 2015, which happened to... This one. This was a crazy night. I can't say where this is, because he might get in trouble. It's like that. I love adventure. I just love it. It's so much fun. Okay. Let me go back a little. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know if I was filming it because I was on the rock sitting with him chilling out for a minute. And this is the trail leading. That's the lake. And I can't get into details on TikTok, but there was let's say there was an accident that caused. That is Al. That's Al on the right, and that's Brian. Oh, that's Al now. What's going on?
Dude, I've been in the chat. I've been texting for like the last half hour.
Hold on. I'm showing the Halloween thing right now.
The whole video of you going down New York on the bike.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I'm texting. I said, does anybody see me in chat?
I don't see you in chat, dude. I don't.
I hit the icon with the two people to join. It said I joined.
I don't see you in here.
Well, I just left because I was calling you now because no one's seeing me. I'm sitting there.
All right. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh my God. Okay.
You got to hang out with me though in order to do it, right? Oh no.
Obviously.
All right. I'll be watching.
Ciao.
Bye. Oh my God. I gotta pay attention. But this is when we went on an investigation. Halloween night. It was crazy. We seen a footprint and it looked like a big footprint. I don't know if this is... Was it right here? It was there when we were there on the previous thing, but the water came up. There was a footprint in there when we went there. Like a month before that. But the rain... we found a footprint there that was big, and we were like, no way. No way. So, I mean, this is in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. I'm just telling you that right now. It's a hike. We must have hiked 4 miles in. They're checking the stones. Because they're all, you know, up here in New England, Northeast, we have a lot of these stone walls. See? A lot of that. But then there was this thing. I don't know if I got it on video. Like, who would build that? Hold on. I know I zoomed in on it. Okay, it's back a little. Yeah, there it is. That. I said, wait a minute. What is that? Look at that. Who piled that up there? It's completely blocked. It's blocked. You know how hard it would be to get access to get where that was put like that? Let's see if I do it. Because I'm looking around. It caught my eye. Right there. You know that was stacked. And look how difficult it would be to get to it. Not impossible, but difficult. And then they're doing the bowls. That's Al on the left. And then, this is funny. This is a funny part. I'm going to put the audio on. And we were sitting in these chairs. But that's not where we finally sat. Hold on. You got to see, we were in here in the dark. Pitch black. It was creepy. Especially, all right, here. This is what I want to hear. This is funny. This is actually funny what happened here. Not so funny because we heard like a tree knock. We heard like a tree knock. But then, you'll see. We're like, what the hell is that? I'm waiting for him to come into the chat.
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now.
Sounds like the ducks are settling in for the night.
I bet.
Here comes one now.
I heard a knock. What the fuck was that?
Whistle. I heard a whistle.
So did I.
Another one.
No, but I heard a knock. I did.
Who's whistling though? Do you think it was Brian?
I think so. But the other one sounded closer. It was like,
Weird.
we gotta ask him. Maybe he responded to the whistle thinking,
It was Brian. Brian was away from us and he was whistling. We're like, what the hell? Who's whistling? Because there's nobody out there. It's just us. We're in the middle of the woods. Another thing too, and he'll, if he makes it here somehow, because I don't see him in the chat. I don't see him anywhere. Where is Al? I'm just going to have to do this over the phone, dude. I think we should just do this over the phone. Dude, I'm in chat for the last... Okay. Al, if you can hear me, let's just do it on the phone. I'll put the phone here and you just watch and I'll put the pictures up. Because this is going to be nuts all night. Or on Teams. Let me call him.
I just accepted KJ's thing.
Well, I don't see him. I don't see it yet. You just accepted it?
I mean, he sent it to me again. I'm accepting it again. Live access. I invited him, he says.
Oh, yeah, you see that. I could see, but I don't see you typing in there. Invited Al.
Live guest live. Moderator Jay invites you to join live guest. So I keep hitting accept. Live access is needed to go. I don't know what that means. Live access is needed to go. I keep hitting the.
Oh, maybe you don't have enough followers to get live access. Let me ask you this question then.
Let me tell you something. I'm fucking, as soon as this is over, I'm deleting TikTok and you ever fucking again.
All right, listen.
Ever
Do you have Teams?
Yes.
Let me call you up on Teams, but you're gonna have to mute. Go on open up the computer and watch my stream on your computer.
I put the fucking computer away. I'm not pulling the computer
All right.
out again.
So then watch the live stream. Watch the live stream on TikTok, okay? So that when I put pictures up, when I get you on Teams, they'll be able to hear you, but I need you to be able to see what I'm showing on the screen.
Okay, try.
All right, I'm calling you on Teams. Bye. Got to do a backup. We don't have a choice. I'm driving the poor guy crazy. And I can't. KJ tried his part to do it. Let me see if I can get him on Teams. Now we just got. I know we are connected on Teams. Now we gotta see if the audio comes through, because it's on the mixer board on a different channel. Maybe I have it on the same. Okay, search. Al. There he is. Al, if you're watching, get ready for a phone call from me on Teams. Allow. Uh-oh. Allow. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, great. At least we're connected this way, dude.
Dude, I was just about ready to call it a night. I was like, I'm done.
All right, now listen, we
done.
gotta. Just so you know, we're on TikTok. You gotta watch.
Yes, I know.
You gotta watch.
I gotta go back to
No,
TikTok.
not only that, you gotta watch language and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
you
okay.
can't say, like, if someone is gone, you gotta say undead. You can't say it the other way. You have to say they're undead. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, what a joke.
And you can't mention the other platforms in their real. Like I say Book of Faces or Book Face or TubeView or the Twitchy Land and the Rumblers. I'm serious. It's like that. So I'm just letting you know.
God.
All right, you
You gotta
need to
be
watch
kidding
so
me.
when I put the pictures up on the screen, you see what.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the heck. You sent me a ton of pictures.
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell you wanted to talk about, so I sent you a ton of shit. Yeah.
Now, give folks a little background. First on, are you still doing the Bronxville Paranormal Society stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're part
all
of
the time.
Okay, so just briefly get into that for a second.
Yeah, I'm the founder of the Bronxville Paranormal Society. I'm the director of the New York State Sasquatch Organization, director of the New York State UFO Project, director of the New York State Dogman Project, and Region 3 director of the North American Dogman Project. And I've been doing this for a zillion years, and I come from a paranormal family. My brother was one of the first parapsychologists in the United States, and yeah, shit just happens to me. Bill will tell you that.
Yes. And just what is your earliest experience that you can recall, which I know, in a paranormal?
My very first experience was when I was 5 years old. My grandmother had passed away, and I got her room, and she was in the funeral parlor, which was directly across the street from our house. And for the first 3 nights, after we went to the wakes, their parents would put me to bed. She would come to me every night and tuck me in and talk to me in Italian.
And what is your first UFO experience?
10 years old, down South Yonkers, My best friend Richie up on my father's garage roof. He got an A-frame roof, sky watching. Got the local radio station, rock station cranking, and we seen what looked like points of light in the sky dancing. And I jumped off the garage roof. Went in the garage, got my father's crab light. He had this giant spotlight he used for crabbing. Did a Morse code. These points of light stopped dancing. Friend Richie did it. They did it back. I did it again. One of them dropped down just above the air traffic control coming out of the city, which scared the crap out of me and Rich. And we ended up sleeping under the bed that night in our sleeping bags.
Oh my God. And actually, just to put a little reference to that, back when this is happening was really when the height of all these Hudson Valley sightings, which includes New York City, by the way, because it stretched that far down south. I had my sighting in 95 on June 10th in the city. But it was rampant here in the 80s, pretty much still going on, but it was really rampant in the 80s and 90s specifically. Now, to talk about, because you've been in so many investigations, again, I'll just say at the hospital, you went to Letchworth, right?
Yeah, I sent you pictures of Letchworth.
Okay, good. We'll get into the pictures in a second. He's been to many sites. He's been involved on TV programs. He's been interviewed numerously on so many different podcasts. But the place, and that's why I refer to it.
Provide a full and complete prompt. Your request is unclear.
I didn't do that, dude. It just activated by itself. That was my phone doing that. Dude, I don't even know why that happened. But anyway, I'll refer to it as the lake. Because
the lake is fine.
Yeah, you know why.
Yeah.
Because of we. Anyway, he invited me years ago to go with him and Brian. Bill, come on. Wait till you see all the activity at this place. And I'm saying to myself, of course, I'm being skeptical and because he's telling me all kinds of stuff is going to going on there. Now, I've never been there, so I'm listening to him talk about this, that, this. I said, okay, I'm coming. And that was the video I was just showing a little bit of. We get there. You have to walk a mile to get to the lake from the way we park? Something like that?
Yeah.
And there's a big rock as you enter the area where the lake is. It's right there before the lake. So he and I think it was he and I, because I think Brian was walking around. He and I sitting on the rock, and a rock comes from behind us from the woods. Right where we're sitting, and I'm like, Al, what was that? And then, Al, what happened?
Oh, yeah, well, you were like, what was that? And I was like, well, that was a Sasquatch, and you're in the way, and somebody wants to cross either from left to right or right to left, because we had woods on both sides of us, and we just happened to be sitting right in the middle of the trail, and so we had to move.
Okay, now you might say out there watching, really, a Sasquatch? Well, wait, hold that thought. So then we walked.
That's when we first got there.
Exactly,
yeah.
we just got there.
We did a day night. We were there for 12 hours.
Halloween night and day. It was crazy. So we're walking because it connects to the Appalachian Trail to get around the lake. But there's an opening there. And at that opening, there was an actual documented Bigfoot Sasquatch sighting. Al, you know that. You're familiar with that?
Yeah, that's what I refer to as the campsite. That's where they had the Bigfoot sighting with the two couples
and the dog
in the tent with the pit bull. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's an actual documented sighting at this location. Okay, so he just mentioned Sasquatch, and then he tells me about this. I'm like, oh, okay, because this is my first experience. It was unforgettable, to say the least. So then they were checking out the rock formations, the makeup, the composition of the rocks. We're making our way around the far side of the lake. Now, as this is all going on, this is taking time, so it's starting to get darker. All the leaves are on the ground, and I said to him numerous times, this place is devoid of life. Now, why I say that, you don't hear nothing. No animals, nothing. Birds, nothing around the lake, the immediate area of the lake. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? What's the energy here? It's like, this is a weird vibe. So now we get onto the other side. And before anything even happens, we hear this. I can't even describe it to you. It was a Sasquatch sound. That because I did a lot of research on it, and it was insane. Tell them a little bit about that. I was freaking out. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, well, Brian and Bill had never heard a Sasquatch up to that point, and we were all sitting there, and it had gotten dark, and we were sitting there, and then all of a sudden we heard whoop, whoop,
and it's
whoop,
not an owl,
whoop.
Not an owl.
Each whoop was louder than the one before it, and you can feel the whoops come up the ridge, go up your legs, and through your chest like a bass at a Metallica concert. And Brian and Bill looked at me and said, "What was that?" And I just started laughing. I said, "You know what that was?"
I was in denial because I couldn't.
Oh yeah.
And to do a little reference to that next day, because we know the animals that are here, the types of animals. I looked at every possible sound that they would make, distress, mating, all that. Nothing matched until I went to a Sasquatch site and I heard some of the sounds coming from, alleged recorded, and I said, "That's it. That's exactly what we heard." Then, dude, that was crazy, dude. That I wish I would have got that.
That was just the beginning of the night.
That was just the beginning. This is just the beginning.
So much stuff happened to us that night. I mean, and you passed over all the crazy stuff with the 3 quartz crystal stones and the Morse code coming out of the sky. And,
yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Crazy. There was just one thing after another.
It was one thing after another, and we were sitting. Now we're in the. I could bring up the video just to give you a little reference to look at. Just to give you, I mean, you're not going to see what we're talking about, but you're going to get a good idea as we're talking about it, the kind of setting that we're in. It is pitch black darkness. If we didn't have those headlamps on our caps, we would be blind. It is that dark. It was, even though that night there was a meteor shower, it was clear, crystal clear. Let me emphasize that, crystal clear, because some weird stuff happened later on.
Yeah, I think there was a full moon too, because if you remember, the coyotes were going off on the west side.
In the distance, yes.
And the dogs were going off on the east side.
When the Sasquatch
whooped.
That's right. No, that's right. I forgot about that. The animals went crazy. All right, hold on. I'm going to put this on the screen for a second to give them a little background of what it was like at night. And I still have that flashlight that I used.
Oh, that 1500 watt, that thing was amazing.
Yeah, I still have it. It's right underneath me.
Yeah, that was an amazing flashlight.
You can see the screen, right?
Yeah, I can see the screen, yeah.
All right. I'm going to fast forward a little. This was Halloween night, 2015, almost 10 years ago. So just to give you guys an idea, I'm going to mute that. Okay. What you're seeing, first of all, there was these white stones out of nowhere, and they put this crystal skull. Well, you can get into that more. There was weird energy coming from these stones, okay? Now, we're all seated as we're walking to this ridge, because it drops. We're all seated in front of here. That's when we hear something rushing up the ridge toward us. I'm at that end. I'm like right where this thing is coming toward, and I'm like, oh, I started getting up and running. He catches me. Don't move.
Yeah, right behind that big tree in the center of the photograph is like a 3-foot stone wall that just runs parallel to the trail. And Bill was sitting up against that wall, and I was a little bit in front of him, and Brian was a little to my right. And what was ever charging up the ridge was right on the other side of that wall where Bill was sitting.
And you know what? We didn't hear it retreat. We heard nothing. It's
It
like it disappeared.
It didn't jump off into the swamp. It didn't leave. It didn't go back down back down the ridge. It just disappeared.
Look at the ground. There's leaves everywhere. Anything, you could hear it. If it's coming, leaving, moving, you're going to hear it. There's all the leaves. It's Halloween. All the leaves are down. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Even when we're walking, you can hear the crunch. Well, we heard that crunch coming up the ridge.
Where's Brian?
You hear it? Look at all the leaves. They're everywhere. So we're investigating where this sound came from.
This is where we heard those sounds coming from before.
Down from there. So look how dark it is. Okay? It's super dark. They did the... What are those bowls that you guys were doing?
Oh, the Tibetan singing bowls.
Yeah,
that really amped the energy up. Yeah.
Then there was weird coding coming earlier that night when they were doing it. This was part of it. There was something coming from above the trees, like he said.
Some kind of Morse code. Yeah.
That's just, again, this is just like the early stages here. Now, after we investigated that ridge, of course, nothing, because who knows where it went. It disappeared. It literally like vanished. So now we're going around, because it's like 8:39. We're making our way back to a clearing on the other side. There's an object.
The meadow. Yeah.
There's an object in the distance. And we're like, what's that? And then it makes a turn, heading directly toward us.
Well, I don't remember if it was you or Brian who pointed up to it and said, "What's that?"
It was me.
I remember. Oh, was you okay? I remember seeing it, saying, "Oh God, please don't let this be a UFO. Don't let these guys get abducted." Because I was wearing that stone, that UFO stone, the Moldavite stone, I think it was, and it's supposed to radiate at the alien frequency. And then you said, "What's that?" And it stopped. And it made a beeline right over to us.
Right toward us. Those are those stones I was talking about earlier. In the middle of nowhere. You can see the
crystal. Yeah, 3 quartz crystal stones that were set up in a pyramid shape. And you can see we got the quartz. We have the rose quartz on one, and we had a regular quartz crystal on the other. And we tried to see if we can get energy to jump from one to the other. But originally they were set up as a triangle. And I touched it, and the one on top fell off. And I was like, oh no, what did I do? But those stones were ice cold when we filmed them, when we got there with the thermal imager. And after we used the Tibetan singing bowl, those stones were white hot. But Brian wouldn't touch them. So I gave the camera to Brian, and I touched them. And they were, even though they were white hot on the thermal camera, they were still ice cold to the touch.
And by the way, when Brian was sitting there, also another rock came over the ridge toward him.
Oh, that was a boulder. That wasn't a rock.
Yeah, that was a boulder. It was like, what the? This was crazy. This night was bizarre, and there's more. There's a lot more. All right, so
it was. Yeah, that was a sight. I don't know how that creature threw that rock up over the trees. We're already 50 feet up on a ridge. The trees are another 50, 60 feet high. Okay, it's like 100 yards away from us to our west, and it threw that rock up over the top of the trees, and
it's impossible.
Down right in between all of us.
It's impossible.
And rolled and hit Brian's chair. And that's when Brian said, "I think it's time to leave."
That's exactly when we left. Exactly.
No, we didn't leave yet. I said, no, I don't want to leave. I felt like there was more to come. And then we had the bluff charge right after that. And I sent you the picture of the dog man that I caught with my little Sony camera that I had hanging around my neck. It's in the photographs.
All right, we'll check that out. All right.
That night we not only did we catch the dogman who bluff charges, but we caught at the meadow, we caught the Sasquatch that whooped and threw the rock at us.
And also, it's in this video actually, the orb that he captured on the camera. That orb did you remember the orb?
I don't remember the orb.
Oh, wait till you see it. You're going to be like, I didn't remember this, and that was incredible.
No, I don't remember the orb.
Dude, it's amazing. And the fog that's on the camera that wasn't there. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember there was no fog. It was crystal clear that night.
Yeah, you're going to see this, folks. But, so now, this thing is making a humming sound above us. Now, we're all like trying to come up with a rational, number one, it was no plane or helicopter. That's out. I said to him, dude, it's humming. It almost sounds like a drone. But it's not a drone because it was a craft way high altitude It's not like a drone. It can't be, because it was far away and it made a beeline right over to us, and it was big.
And it had an electrical hum to
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And we were all trying to figure out what it was, but we all knew what it was. It wasn't a drone. It wasn't a helicopter. It was a
No way.
goddamn UFO, because it changed colors. It went from flashing silver
And it actually
to
looks-
flashing orange.
And it looked like at one point it did reflect light below toward us.
And it hit us with a floodlight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It did.
Because remember, I said shut off our headlamps.
Yes!
When we shut off our headlamps,
That's
first
right.
I asked you for the time check.
Which
And
we'll get
then
into that.
You told me the time check, and then I said, let's shut off our headlamps. As soon as we shut off our headlamps, it hit us with the floodlight. And then after maybe like 5 minutes of being in it, Brian said, I think we're being downloaded. We should step out of this light because we don't know what it's doing to us. And when we stepped out of the light blinked off and it left.
Okay. Remember what he said also about the time, because that's important. All right. So now we get to this clearing, and we're talking to a psychic medium that's on the other line. She's saying, Cindy, she's telling us, you guys, you are surrounded by so much energy there. There's things in the woods. She was like you guys are in the middle of it right now. It's like 9 o'clock, maybe 9:15. I had my night vision camera hooked up to a device that could maybe record it. And you always hear this story. It didn't record because I was like, yes, we got something. I was so excited.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we had an extra monitor set up to your camera, and the monitor and your camera both had SD cards in it, and it didn't record on either one.
It didn't record. I swear to you, I think Al was sitting in the chair, and I was behind him. We saw.
You were up filming the meteor shower.
Right.
When Brian said, Bill, film over there. I see movement in the shadows going from tree to tree.
Oh God.
And then Brian got up and he stood up behind me, and you came over, and me and Brian were looking in the monitor, and you were looking on the monitor on the camera. When we seen what we seen.
It was a shadow that jumped, literally like a shadow, and you could discern it easily. It was a shadow that jumped from right side across the monitor to the other tree, and I was like, dude, Al was there. He's seen it. Al, did you just see that? Yeah, I seen it. You could see this shadowy, figurey thing jump from one tree to the other, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm literally getting the chills talking about. And then remember, the trees, all the leaves are down, and we're seeing these little lights in the tree branches.
Christmas ornaments in the tree. Yep.
Remember that?
Yeah, it looked like Christmas ornaments.
It looked like little.
Tree, yeah.
It looked like little fairies. And I don't say that lightly.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm not saying they were.
I remember when the second one ran out from behind the tree. We all just looked at each other, and you said, "And we got it on SD, baby. We got the evidence."
I thought I had the evidence.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
You were so excited. Yeah.
So now we're there. Remember, we're in the dark now at this point when I'm talking. The headlamps aren't on. We hear like a family coming toward us, the voices. And then Al says, guys, put on your lights so they know that we're here, that we don't scare them. The voices just suddenly stopped. You heard no steps. Nothing. It's like they were never there. It was the most bizarre thing.
It sounded like a family out on a hike. You could hear two children like kicking stones and talking, the murmuring. You could hear two adults, a male and a female, talking again. It all sounded like murmuring. And we were just waiting for them to come out of the Appalachian Trail onto the meadow. And no, the sound came right up to the opening, but no one ever walked out.
Yeah. Now, then again, all this night had a bit of everything. So let me show you the video. Let me take myself off camera because I don't know if Al remembers this. Because this is in that clearing area we're talking about. This is where we were right here. That clearing area where we thought we heard the family.
Yeah, the meadow. We were in the meadow, yeah.
Now remember, it's clear out. And let me take myself off camera for a second because you got to see this. Al, you've got to, I don't know. And Al, didn't you get like an image in the woods?
What do you mean?
Didn't you get like because I saw an image that you sent me of like Dogman in the woods. Was that this night or a different night?
Oh no, that was the same night.
It was the same night, right?
Dogman. That was the Dogman that bluff charged us. Yeah.
Okay.
I got him behind the wall. His nose was up over the wall sniffing us, and you could see his eyes and his nose and his ears.
All right, hold on. Let me mute this, dude. You don't remember this. Look what Brian gets on his camera. Watch. You're gonna bug out, dude. You're gonna bug out. This is one of the best orbs I've ever seen, and the smoke, or whatever the hell it was, that he picked up on the device. Okay, this has got to be it right here. Yeah, this is it.
I don't remember. There's so much crap happening.
Look what he got. Look at that big red. Look at the colors in here. Look at the smoke. We didn't see any of this.
Yeah, and right underneath that little red maple tree is where the Dogman, the Bigfoot was. Yeah.
But look at the orb. Look at this big freaking orb.
There was a lot of orbs at that location, yeah. At the Meadow. The Meadow had a lot, and I think the reason there was so many orbs at the Meadow was because of
look
the Sasquatch that was there.
Look at it. Look at that.
Yeah, it was a great orb, absolutely. And as a matter of fact, it doesn't even look like the Sasquatch is there yet, because in the photo I got on my little Sony digital camera, it was underneath that red maple. Yeah, that's a great orb. I mean, we caught 1 million orbs that night. I don't remember if we did a Native American powwow thing or something that brought all the orbs in, but
dude, Heidi's in chat. Remember when she was with us, the ghost trains?
Yeah.
The ghost trains?
Oh yeah, the ghost train comes by all the time when I'm there. It's crazy. The ghost train comes.
Yeah, the rock. She says there was a rock thrown. Remember, we just recently remembered that when she was with us. But dude, that's a heck of an orb capture, and that there was no mist. There was none of that.
No, there was no mist. Yeah, I don't know where that mist came from. That orb may have been the Sasquatch going to hide underneath that little red tree. Who knows?
So now it was 9:30. All of a sudden, it's like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, and we're getting ready to leave. We're like, what time is it?
It's 11:30. We called Cindy to
this
ask
is freaky.
her about the family.
This is
and
freaky.
She was a little pissed because it was so late. And we thought we were only there like a half hour or something, you know? And she was like, what are you talking about? When you first got there, it was like 9:ish. Yeah, 9:ish. And now it's like 11:30. And what are you calling? And then we told her about the family. And she said, no, that family will be there tomorrow. You guys were in a time-space continuum. And that she goes, believe me, that family is not there tonight. And she said it'll be there tomorrow. So that's when we started to pack up. And we were going to the campsite because I wanted to be there for 12, if you remember.
Yep. So, we can't explain time. The three of us. Something happened. It was like a time slip.
Yeah. I mean.
There was definitely, dude. There was a gap. And I have no memory recall. Zero, dude. None. I'm just saying. Now.
Yeah, no. I mean, it didn't feel like we had lost any time when we seen the craft. But something happened at the Meadow. We had so much activity at the Meadow. I was seeing shadow figures jumping from tree to tree.
Yeah, that's what we saw.
You were seeing the little balls that looked like
and the shadow that jumped tree to tree.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you remember, but across the lake where we had just come from, 2 orbs came up out from behind a bush, and I told Brian, I said, you hit the one on the right with your green laser, I'll hit the one on the left. And and I told you, I said, soon as we turn the lasers on, put your flashlight, because I wanted to see if they turned into something. And soon as we hit those balls of light with our lasers, and you put your big giant flashlight on, They blinked out and they never came back.
It was like and she said it. They're watching you. Remember, she said that. Cindy said something
Yeah,
like,
she said they're watching you. And every time we called her from a different location, she said, "Okay, now you're going to experience this. You're going to experience that." She was saying stuff that was so crazy we thought she was out of her mind.
until we were there and everything was going crazy.
So we checked all the boxes the next day. Yeah, and then she was right on.
So as soon as we leave the lake area, we seen all kinds of animals. It looked like Noah's Ark just got unloaded.
Wait.
What?
We hike to the campsite. That's where we seen the footprint under the water, right?
Right, but that was earlier though. That was earlier though.
Earlier on the way in. But we hiked to the campsite and we start to set up because I wanted to be there for 12. And then I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was me, you, or Brian. Somebody said, "Oh, tonight's the night. We got to push the clocks back an hour." And we were all looking at each other like, "Oh, wow, that's tonight?" And like nobody wanted to wait another hour because we were all burnt out from the energy
I remember
being
that.
there.
I remember that.
And then the game plan was we'd go to the diner and discuss the night. And on the way out, as we were leaving, yes, we started seeing tons of animals on the way out, which made no sense. They were closer to civilization than being in the woods. But as we were leaving, we were talking about what a shitty night it was. Nothing happened.
There was a lot that happened that. And
yeah, it was insane.
Then the next day, we all had medical side effect illness.
Mm-hmm. I think you had a lump on your head or something, like you got whacked with a bat or something.
Dude, I've got a fucking hole in my head.
I had a fat lip, like I had something implanted on my lip. Brian was spitting blue phlegm.
I have an indentation on top of my head, dude.
And when we called Cindy in Arkansas to ask her, because none of us fell that night, nobody got hurt. There was no injuries. Because that Appalachian Trail, it gets like a goat trail. It's sketchy, especially at night. It's not like a nice big trail and you can just hike on like they show on these shows when they go looking for a Bigfoot and they could drive down it with a tractor trailer. Now the shit we were on was sketchy. And Cindy says, "I don't know what happened, but the phone I was using in my hand to talk to you guys with, I got a rash from my wrist to my elbow." And she's in Arkansas.
It was a bizarre night. Bizarre.
Nuts.
All right, now. Okay, but remember, I get that with the KJ. He says about, and he's got a valid point because this always comes about orbs being dust. Remember where we are. Remember where we are. We're outdoors in the woods. It's not like there's dust particles out there. This was something that was caught on the camera, and the temperature is like freaking 40 because we're freezing.
No, it was like 22 degrees that night. It was crazy.
It was cold. So
it was freezing.
I mean, in all the images and everything we took, that orb shows up with that smoke that did not exist. There was no mist. It was an absolute crystal clear night. It was cold. It was low humidity.
Yes.
No. I could just tell you that because I do a lot of sky watches and I see bugs causing orbs. They're out of focus. I get all kinds of stuff. That was not dust. That was not dust.
I was doing 360s all night with my camera.
Oh my God.
And I wasn't catching any orbs in any of my until we got to the meadow. The meadow was insane.
It really was.
The meadow had all the orbs. And I was thinking, that's why I was thinking, did we do some kind of ceremony at the meadow as well that brought in the Native American spirits or whatever? Because in one of the photographs I have, there's so many different color orbs in the photograph. And some of them have faces in them. And I'm thinking, was the Sasquatch there watching us? Or was he watching the Native American ceremony that was going on around us?
Which,
I mean, it was just crazy.
Which, when Heidi was with us, we found looked like some kind of a site up that ridge. We just decided to walk.
Oh, the sacred site.
The sacred site.
That's when we came across the sacred site that day. Yeah.
And Heidi was there. I don't know if she's still in charge, but she was there. Okay.
Yeah, she was there. She seen it.
I'm there in random order. I just downloaded them. What are we looking at here?
Okay. Oh, that's well, my last time I went up there with my cousin. That's a day nest. We found a whole bunch of day nests up
Explain
on
what that
top
is.
of.
What is a day nest?
Uh, well, it's what when we went up to the Western Ridge, which I've never been up before because I had an agreement with the Sasquatches at the location that I would never go up the ridge. But I had a telepathic communication with a white Sasquatch called Alarak, and he told me he was waving me up the ridge. And so me and my cousin Sean went up the ridge, and we found these giant holes in the ground. I mean, they were filled with leaves because it was in the fall, but they were these giant holes, and they were all different sizes. Went along the Western Ridge, but they were set up, and it didn't dawn on me until I was looking at it from the very peak of the ridge, looking down. They were set up like foxholes. There wasn't, no matter what hole you were in, whoever was in front of you or behind you wasn't being blocked from seeing what was coming or going. It was very strategic the way they were set up. Yeah.
All right, let me see if the next photo pulls up. It might open up. I remember these. Heidi remembers this. When we went to that spot, the sacred site, how the trees were bent. Remember the one tucked under the tree? Remember
Oh,
that
yeah,
one?
the big arch. Yeah, yeah.
That was
yes.
crazy, dude.
And then there was the one that was tucked under the tree. Yeah.
Remember that? And I told Heidi. Heidi was like near. I said, Heidi, don't go near that. It's gonna snap your, you know. That was crazy. It was a fresh, new, young tree, and somehow somebody bent it because it was cracked and you could see it was fresh, and they tucked it under a fallen log, big tree. They tucked it underneath, and it created an arch just like that. Underneath. Do you know what it would take to do something like that? It's not like there's people hanging out here. This is way in the woods.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying?
This is a mile off the trail, straight up the mountain. No one even knows it exists.
Exactly. This is not like nobody knows what. There's nobody. This is not area people go. Let's just say that it's very, very, very remote.
Yes.
Let's go to the next one. Oh, I remember this when you showed me this when it happened.
Oh, the gravedigger, at the cemetery. Yeah, that was pretty wild. I went back the next day because I worked right across the street to see if that was a statue of something, because we debunked a statue, and it was another image that looked like somebody pointing up to the sky. But when we went back the next day to check it out, it was actually a statue of an angel pointing like a sword up to the sky. So we debunked that. But there was nothing between those bushes. No.
Okay, next. What the heck is that in the? It's like a blue light.
Oh, that's if you look, that's a Sasquatch head. It's a face looking down at us. You see the eyes and the mouth.
Are you talking about this? Because I see multiple things. I see something here too.
No, I don't see anything there. I see right in the center of the photograph a Sasquatch head peeking down around the tree at us. Yeah.
Oh, this?
Yes, that's the face.
I see other things in here, dude.
All I see is that face.
I'm seeing other.
He was looking around the tree. There, he's actually in between a fork of a tree, and he was looking. We were sitting down, and he was looking down at us.
Wow.
And we didn't even know he was there. Again, this was a sacred site, and we didn't even know he was there. I was just doing a 360, and I happened to catch him. That's a track I found.
Okay.
Yep.
Hold on. Oh yeah, this is freaky. This is a freaky. I hope the next picture is the one that goes with it. I don't know.
Yes, I hope so
okay,
too.
It's not.
And
but we'll get back to it. But go ahead.
This photograph. No, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that photograph again.
But I gotta
go back to that chick.
Okay.
Okay, this particular girl. This was at the Shanley Hotel up in the Catskills.
I've been there.
My cousin and Sean and I were in the whatchamacallit room, the room with the mirror. I forgot what it's called. The what do you call that one? A scribing room. We were in a scribing room, right? And Sean's like 6'4". He's standing up, I'm sitting down, and Sean's looking in the mirror and he says, "Look at my eyes." And I look at his eyes, and his eyes, he's got brown eyes. I look at his eyes, they're green, and they look like cat eyes, like a reptilian. You know what I mean? Like a lizard.
And we do.
So I didn't.
We do have
So-
that picture eventually, but they're not in. They're not in any specific order.
So then me and Sean come out, and this girl goes in to the scribing room, and we tell her what happened to Sean. Now Sean and her are the same age, and Sean's hitting on her, trying to pick her up, yada yada yada. And I tell Sean, stay away from that chick. She's got something dark attached to her. She goes in the scribing room, and she's in there for like an hour. No one stays in there for more than 15 minutes. And then she comes out, and she shows us these pictures that she took of herself. In one picture, her eyes are normal. And in the next photograph, her eyes are glazed over. They look like soft-boiled eggs. Crazy.
And that picture is here
Absolutely
somewhere.
nuts. Yeah, I'm too bad it didn't follow that when I sent them
I know.
together at the same time. You know what I mean?
Let me go
So-
back. I'm gonna get rid of some of these. All right, let me go to the next one with that bluish. What is that?
I don't know what that is. I didn't put that in there.
Oh, you didn't?
Okay, now that right there is at Letchworth Village Insane Asylum. I took a picture. I was just taking a picture of this long corridor. The psychic said there was an old lady who was there waiting on us, and she was waiting to see us. And then as we were investigating, we ran across another group of people that were investigating, and they had just come out of the morgue, and they said they got an EVP, and there was an old lady on their EVP telling them to get the hell out of there.
Wow.
Because she was waiting on us. And then I took this picture, and this blue plasma ball turned there, and then it changes shape, and then it turns into what looks like a little old lady with buns on the side of her head, her hair set up in buns.
I'd be out of there
Crazy.
quick.
It was wild. I mean, the place was really wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing, the stuff we captured in there. Yeah,
All right, here's the next photo.
I never seen that before.
Is that again another one of those nests?
Yes, you see how big this hole is?
I see
this
it.
is much
It's in the
bigger
middle.
than the,
Yep.
Yeah, that was, and like I said, I was up at the top of that peak. When I went up to the top of that peak and I looked down, I noticed how they were strategically set up like foxholes. I
Wow.
was like, wow, this is interesting.
What is that? Like a symbol on that rock, or what is that?
Oh, I found this rock.
It says your name.
thing. Yes, it's my name. I took a picture of what I thought was a Sasquatch burial site with this giant rock and all these little rocks lined up on it. And I put it out on the BPS page. And someone said, Al, your name is on that rock. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? My name is on the rock. And they go, your name is chiseled in that rock. And they circled it and they sent it to me. And I was like, holy crap. So then I went back to my original photograph and I blew it up. And I was like, holy crap. When did that get in there? You know?
Wow, that's
Yeah, it's
deep.
crazy.
That's heavy.
That's in the middle of the woods. I mean, like deep in the middle of the woods. It's the only thing. I mean, I had so much stuff. This is a different location than the sacred site. I had so much stuff going on there, gifting. There's the old lady. You see the face? And the eyes and the nose and the shoulders and the neck.
Yep, I do see it.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, that's the old lady. She was waiting on us.
That is creepy. Oh, this is the object that was in your house or your yard?
This was the UFO I filmed off my front deck. Yeah, that's the still shot of it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going through all the pictures first, then we'll do the videos.
Okay. And every time you look at that, that's the dog man. You see him sniffing over the wall. You see his eyes, his nose, and his ears.
Where are you? Because I see something here too.
Right in between that circle, right there. Or just go back with the pointer to your right. Right there. That's his nose, his eyes, and his ears, and his head, sniffing over the wall, sniffing us.
Oh my God, I see, dude. I'm seeing other stuff in that shit too.
Yeah, don't look at that little.
I know.
That looks like a face.
Oh, this
looking out
definitely
at it.
looks like a face.
Yeah, that's the Bigfoot that was underneath the tree.
Whoa, when we were there.
Yes, that's the meadow. That's the little tree. And you can see in this photograph too.
Oh, that's just
the mist
creepy
is,
That's
the
creepy.
the mist is going by again.
Yeah, right where the orb was.
And now this is a totally different camera than what Brian was using. Mine was a Sony. I don't remember what his was, but Brian only buys the top-notch shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't remember this photo.
Looked at us and threw that rock.
I don't remember this photo, dude.
You never seen this photo?
I don't think you ever showed me this photo.
Really?
Yes. I'm glad I have
10
it.
years, I've never seen this. You never seen this photo?
I swear I don't remember this photo. I'm not joking.
Oh wow. Well, I didn't
Dude,
remember
that
the one
is
Brian
crazy
was doing.
looking.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Big
Oh my
boy.
God.
Yeah. He's just watching us. He must have been down on his belly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like ducking.
to get under
Oh
the
my
belly.
God. That's creepy. Oh, that's her
Yeah, there's the
eyes?
Blow
Oh
that one
my
up.
God.
Make that one bigger.
Oh, that is nuts. Oh,
There
that's
you
just
go.
too much.
Look at her eyes. Yeah. Yeah, this chick.
Oh,
she's-
man. And she didn't do anything to alter that. That's just the way it looked at when she took the picture.
No, because when she came out, her eyes were still the same way. Because everybody was like, "What's wrong with your eyes?" And she's like,
Oh
"What do you
my
mean?"
God.
I
I'm not going to
she
sleep
said
tonight.
She could see fine. She said, and then the longer she was in, you've been to this. You've been
Yeah,
to the
I've been
Shanley.
there.
You know the big table where everybody sits down and
Yes.
has pizza and coffee and everything. She sat down there. That's where
Downstairs,
the pictures
yeah.
come. Yeah, and after
Oh,
about 15
God.
minutes of being at that table, her eyes came back to normal.
Oh my God, dude. That's got me freaking.
Yeah, that's creepy. Yeah, I don't usually take pictures into mirrors and stuff like that, but I felt like I needed to go into that scribing room and.
We'll get
and
into
sit
that. Remind me after we show you stuff about my mirror
there. Oh,
and
God,
my
yeah,
house.
okay.
All right, let's go on. Let me get rid of some of these because it's just.
Your
gonna-
house is just as haunted as the Shanley.
Don't say that. It's been quiet though. It's little noises here and there.
Good, good.
We'll get into that in a second. Dude, if you find video related to that night, please send it to me. Because I don't have it. Whatever happened in my house. If you have anything.
You don't have the video of the UFO.
That happened over my
Oh,
house.
you mean at your house? Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Oh God, I have so many.
Files.
and SD cards. I don't even know where to look. I got millions of them.
Oh, but we'll talk about it though.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, what is that? What's going?
This thing. Now, I took this picture with a 35 millimeter camera. There was something in the attic crawl space, and I had one of my investigators in the garage saging the attic because Cindy said there was something dark in there, and we had to cleanse this house because the guy was selling it to a family with little children, and he didn't want to sell it with this dark thing living there. As a matter of fact, when we were going from room to room, there was a phone on the floor that wasn't plugged in, and I happened to trip over and kicked it over, and when it rolled over, it had a dial tone, and it wasn't plugged in.
That's nuts.
And I told one of my guys, Anthony, I said, pick it up. So he was on the other side. He goes, I'm not picking that up.
That is
I picked
nuts.
it up. There was nobody on it. But while Anthony was in the garage saging the crawl space, I was at the other end taking pictures with a 35 millimeter, and that thing came out. I don't know what the hell that was.
Dude, what the hell is that?
This was, we were doing an investigation at the Chance Theater in Poughkeepsie, right? And Alexandra Holzer was with us, okay? And I was going into the rooms before she got there, and I was taking pictures and doing a lot of environmental readings and checking out the readings before she got in there. And then she would go in and do her thing, and then she would leave, and then I would go back in and do the environmental readings again and take pictures again. And everything always changed after she was in the room. The environmental readings went through the roof. Well, this particular picture is something looking in at us from the windows, but the window is on like the third floor and there's no fire escape. So how was it standing out in front of the window looking in
So
at
it's
us?
floating outside the window, just below the windowsill.
Yes.
Well, it kind of looks cute.
I don't know what it was.
It kind of looks like
but
something you would want to.
I don't know, but because when I went back there like after Alexandra, after we did the thing with Alexandra, we did the chance again one more time, and I went back and I looked out that window, and there's no fire because I didn't notice it at the time. There's no fire escape. There's no ledge where someone could be sitting on or standing on, looking in. It's just a straight drop down to the streets. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
that is a great image. That is a great.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that thing is, but it was there, I guess, when Alexandra went in and she started doing her thing. I guess she conjured that up or whatever.
Oh
that
my
was.
God,
To see
dude.
her, I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
intense.
I don't know what that thing is, man.
That is intense.
Yeah.
Oh
it was
yeah,
pretty wild.
I showed that one already. That was the first one. Okay, there's your rock again. Hold on. I'm going down the
Yeah,
list.
see, that's the whole thing. You can see all the little rocks lining up. It looks like a grave to me, you know?
Yeah, there's that one with the indentation.
Yep, that's another one. They're a smaller hole, different location, still on the Western Ridge, though.
How come this
Everything
picture-
overlooked the Western Ridge. It overlooked the sacred site. So if they were sitting in those holes, looking down at us at the sacred site at night, and we looked up there, all they would have to do was lean back, and we would have been able to see them.
Uh-oh. This one doesn't want to open. Okay, let's move on.
Yep, move on.
Move on. There's that again with the old the old woman.
The old lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
This might be. Oh, there's that picture again. I must have did duplicates when I was downloading just to make sure. Oh, what's up with the clock? Oh, there's a face in the clock.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, that's
Yeah.
creepy.
Now my cousin sent me this. He was at the Shanley and he took this photograph, and he sent it to me and he's like, "Dude, look what I just got at the Shanley," you know. And I was like, because he came out with me
that's
when we, when we did Miss Fanny's house. That
Yes,
time.
yes.
Yeah. Well, he came there with me and a few other people. And, just to hang out and investigate it. It's not my cousin Sean that came with me all the time. It's my cousin Joe, who just happened to go up there for like an investigation. He took this picture.
That's creepy.
Yeah, creepy.
It is creepy. Oh, I remember going to some of these.
Oh, the Ancient Stone Chamber. Yeah, that's the King's Chamber. As a matter of fact, when I went in that chamber that day to set up to do an EVP session, I heard a voice in my ear told me to get out. And I've never been told to leave a location. And I left, and then we put Anthony in there, and he had a what you can call periscope wand that lights up red for negative ions, green for positive. And he asked all kinds of questions, and we filmed him. And then when Anthony was done, he left. He came out, and Louis went in there. Then Lou went in, and Blue did the same thing, and it worked for him. And then I went in again, even though I was told to go out, and it didn't light up for me at all. And everybody asked the same question: do you want Al to come in here? And it always went to red. No, it didn't want my energy in there that day. But last summer, I went to the sacred. I did a day night. We went to the Ancient Stone Chambers, and I was using dowsing rods, crystal quartz pendulum, and I went all old school and compass. And during the day, I asked questions out loud, and everything moved, and I got all kinds of replies. But when we went back at night, the thought came to me: hang the quartz crystal pendulum on the camera's tripod, put the camera in the chamber, and film it from outside, and ask questions telepathically. And don't you think that quartz crystal pendulum did everything I asked it to do telepathically?
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, lately I've been doing that a lot. And like the same thing with the UFO. I asked it telepathically, if you can see me, give me a sign. And it flashed me, so
All right, I'm gonna get rid of these photos.
Yeah.
We've seen all the photos. All right, now we're gonna go to some of these video clips. There's a couple
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I think there's only like 3.
Yeah.
One is the UFO, or two of the UFOs. That's my cousin Sean, and we were at the sacred site one night, and Cindy said we were going to see something. She called it a bear squatch, but she said to be careful because it was dangerous. Well, long story short, we seen something looking at us. We went over to look at it, and it ran north up the Western Ridge north, and it jumped over the wall, and it sounded like it took down trees on the other side of the wall, but we didn't go over and look. Cindy said it was time for us to leave, but when we went back the next time, we went to check out that wall, and all of those stones were pushed over
Like
to
it went.
the northern side. Like when it jumped over it, it didn't clear it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is the Dogman Howl, I think. I don't hear it though. I don't hear anything coming up.
I could put that on.
Hearing all these coyotes starting to howl.
I remember.
Yeah, in the very beginning of this video, the very, very beginning, you hear the Dogman howling ending, and then the coyotes go off, and then in the middle of it, the coyotes come back, and in the middle of the coyotes, you hear something that's much stronger and louder, and it's the Dogman again coming back in. But I don't hear anything on my end. I don't hear I don't even hear the coyotes.
All right, let's just let them hear it. Okay, hold on, stand by.
Yeah.
Refilming again. We're hearing all these coyotes starting to howl. Get loud. Fucking A.
Holy shit.
I hear it.
Yeah, it's very low. I'm hearing
heard
it very, very low.
I heard
Because
it.
You can hear it twice. You hear it right when and I use Sean's video because he's a little bit younger than me. He was a little bit quicker to get to the phone because we just got there. We didn't even our stuff was still in our backpacks, and he got the Dogman, the tail end of the Dogman going off in the beginning, and then he caught it in the middle of all the coyotes going off again. And it's crazy because ever since I had the Dogman come to my house when we found the Dogman den, every time I go back to the sacred site, I never think about the Dogman den. I never go that way.
Are you talking about that den the three of us found in the back of the marsh?
Yes. Yeah, in the swamp, yeah.
Yep.
And that particular day when we were hiking up the ridge, for some reason, and I don't know why, the thought came to me, I wonder if the Dogman is still in the swamp, if he's still in the den. And then I got that answer, like, yeah, I'm still here. Don't come to my house. And it was really haunting to hear those coyotes sound coming up over the mountain and out of the trees and everything. It was creepy as hell. But when we left that night and we hiked down off of the mountain and we got down to down to the Appalachian Trail, we just got on the trail. Maybe we went 100 feet and the Dogman went off again. This time he was standing right behind us.
Because when we heard,
he wanted to, he could have jumped off that trail onto both of us. And my cousin, I turned around, my cousin's eyes were big as saucers. He goes, Dogman? I go, yeah, Dogman. He goes, what are we going to do? I said, we're just going to walk out of here at our own pace. And we walked out. We turned around and we looked for him, and we didn't see him on the trail. I don't know if he ducked behind the wall or whatever, but when he screamed, like when he howled, it was so loud. Bill, it went through my cousin Sean, who was standing behind me, and then it went through me. It stopped us both dead in our tracks. and we turned around, and that thing was close. I mean, he was really, really close, and that really, it really shook me that he was on the Sasquatch side of the lake. You know what I
But
mean?
remember when we heard the woot sound when we were there, the coyotes and the dogs went nuts.
Nuts.
Same thing like that. It was sick. It was creepy. It's a
Yeah.
weird thing. All right, let's check these other videos out. Hold on. Oh, the one by your house.
This is the one I asked. Color. Oh no, this is not. This is the colorful one. No. Yeah,
Where's this?
Is the colorful one.
Where did this happen?
Right off my front deck. Now the crazy thing about this UFO came back 5 weeks in a row. The third week I had my thermal set up, my full spectrum, my IR camera, and my regular camera. Filmed it in 4 different spectrums of light, and it didn't show up in thermal. In thermal, it was invisible, which
Dude,
blew me away.
That thing is
because I don't
turning
know.
all different types of colors.
Yeah, and it's spinning around. It's going counterclockwise and all kinds of stuff. And how could it not be there in thermal is beyond me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Now, this is one I asked to give me a sign telepathically, and it flashes. But what I thought was a flash, it actually expands 10 times its size and then shrinks back down. There you go. Look at that. That was the sign. I asked it telepathically to give me a sign, and it flashed me. So I've come to the conclusion that whether you're dealing with you aliens, Bigfoots, or spirits, they all can hear our thoughts. So now I've done this enough times with all 3, asking questions telepathically and getting intelligent responses that I'm convinced all 3 hear our thoughts.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going with that too. I'm thinking now more and more that I'm involved with this stuff. I'm thinking more of interdimensional, Al. I really do.
Oh yes, definitely interdimensional. Without
This
a doubt,
is definitely.
I mean, some extraterrestrials are.
It's possible. Anything is possible. We could be talking about divinity in a spiritual sense. We could be talking about a parallel universe or something overlapping ours, just like a distortion, or it's coming in, or interdimensional. It could be extraterrestrial. Anything is on the
Yes.
table here. Anything.
I think it's all it's all of the above. I truly
That's what I'm saying.
believe it's all of the above,
Now-
not just one or the other. All of the above.
Now this house, you know.
Okay.
He laughs. He just laughs. I live
That
here.
house is. I don't know how anybody sleeps in that house.
Oh, I don't sleep in my room anymore. I swear I don't sleep in that room. I sleep on the couch. I haven't slept in that room really in years.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it's nice and comfortable in there, but I sleep on the couch.
Yeah, it's a great room. Absolutely, yeah.
So it got to the point when Mom and I said, we need this house cleansed. It's just getting too crazy. Heidi was here when shit flew off the shelf. All kinds of stuff happens in this house.
All kinds of shit.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So Al comes with Brian to do a cleansing. I'm going to leave it to you because I've already said stuff. And now, because then I didn't communicate that we were going to talk about this to you. So just tell them what happened at the house when we were cleansing it. Or when you guys were really cleansing it. Now, we put the sea salt and all. Go ahead.
We came in and we did a baseline reading, and the house was pretty quiet at the time. The EMF wasn't off the charts considering all the electronics this guy has. I thought it would be way higher, but it wasn't. And so we started setting up cameras. If you remember, we set up a camera in the corner of your bedroom facing the mirror in the closet, and we set up a camera in the hallway facing the mirror and the window. You had a camera in the hallway, you had one in the closet, and we went from room to room, and we had all kinds of stuff going on, knocks and bangs and shadow figures, especially in that big room at the end of the hallway. There was a lot of stuff going on there. And at one point, we were all sitting in the living room, just BSing, and we heard it sound like somebody kicked the door in, but it was in Bill's room.
Yes.
And when we went running into that room, that mirror, the EMF coming out of that mirror was insane. It was so high. It was probably unhealthy for a person to be in that room. I told him, I said, you got to take this mirror down and you got to get rid of this.
I still have it.
This mirror is insane. We saged it and we hit it with holy water and everything else, and we kind of took the edge out of it at the time anyway.
Yeah.
But we went back. And
They were dead serious. Wait. They were dead serious. Bill, you got to get rid of that mirror.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
It's still there. It's still there.
I told him put it in the garage and put a blanket over it. So yeah, so nothing can come out of it, because I'm sure there's stuff coming in and out of that mirror all the time. So we went and we checked the cameras, and on the camera when we heard the bang, we seen an orb come out of the closet. The same time we heard the bang, fly past that mirror, and then the camera in the hallway loses it, but the camera in the corner of the room picks it up, and it goes around the wall, and it makes a left, and then it goes out the side window. It was just insane.
That's why I wish you had that video, but you'll never find it.
Oh God, that was so long ago.
I know.
God only knows.
That's like a decade ago, dude. That's a long time ago.
Long time ago. And then I was over the house hanging out like I used to go over all the time and hang out.
This is the story.
Okay. And we're chilling out. I bring my guitar over. Bill has a guitar. I gave him a guitar. His buddy Mike comes up and brings his guitar. Bill plays drums. Everybody's hanging out, jamming. But this particular night, this day I just came over. It was just to hang out. Wasn't gonna do guitar. We weren't playing guitar or anything, and we were just hanging out. Maybe we were going to the pool. I don't even remember. But I'm sitting in the chair, and he's got this big, like 8-foot screen that you pull down, like a projector screen, and it's leaning on the wall, but it's leaning away from the chair that I'm sitting in. And the dog wasn't even in the living room with us that day. The dog was in the kitchen with your mother. And all of a sudden I'm sitting in the chair and something says, turn around. In my head, I hear a little voice that says, turn around. And as I turn around, I see that projector screen being thrown at me, and it's coming right for me. And I catch it before it hits me in the head, and you freak out. You're like, it's impossible for it to fall that way.
It's impossible.
It should have fell towards the kitchen. There's no way
it fell the other way.
And I told him, I said, Bill, it didn't fall. Somebody threw that at me.
That was wild.
That was pretty crazy, because
in the middle of the day, it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, and up until that point, I had never experienced any paranormal activity in the living room.
Right.
I experienced it in the rest of the house, but not in the living room where other people have had experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first one. I mean, good thing that little voice of my guardian angel told me to turn around, because that thing would have clonked me, man.
It would have. It was going right at him. And I was looking.
And that thing is big.
I was in shock. I was like, because I seen it happen.
Yeah.
I seen it happen. I was like, what the? It's impossible. It was impossible. Because like you said, it's there right now. It's there right now, leaning in the same spot. It's never moved in fucking 15 years. And the one day you sit in that chair, it comes off and goes at you.
Yes.
Because you guys cleansed this house. That's why. Oh my God, Tycho. Oh, jeez, my heart. The raccoon. Hold on. The raccoon. Has to be raccoon. Oh my God, that made my heart jump. Get out of there. Out. Out. Oh, you just scared me. Oh, I just got the chills. Not because it's cold either. Oh, they want me to show you. So the other night, I decided to put the Sony in my room.
Okay.
And KJ, if you want to ask Al a couple of questions about what's going on in your house before he goes, because he's got things to do tomorrow. So if you want to jump on in a minute on TikTok and join the conversation just to tell him what's going on, you got to hear a little bit of this, Al. You got to hear a little bit.
Yeah, I'm all ears, absolutely.
All right, let me just show you the pictures on the screen from the other night. And this was like 2 nights ago. I said, let me put the Sony in my room. Guess where I was pointing it toward?
The mirror.
The mirror.
The mirror.
Of course.
What came out?
Wait, I'm going to pull it up. He caught it. He did a screenshot of it. And here I am holding the mirror like with my hand. Stupid. I'm trying to find where the photo is because it's not like it's labeled, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, if this is the one. No, that's not it. That's dark. We need to go back to the lake, dude.
Yeah, I'm in. Absolutely.
Okay, that one's dark. You know, I got all the little toys too. You know.
Yeah, you were telling me. Yeah.
All right, here we
I got
go.
all
Here's the
toys,
picture.
too.
I found my audio recorder today. I searched this place for 2 days. It was tucked underneath my TV. All right, I'm gonna share the screen. So this is the room the other night, okay? I'm sitting on my bed. I put a candle on to see if it would move, like with any wind or, you know, like to see if any activity would happen. Because I'm in a room standing still. I was seeing if the candle would do anything weird. But this green area here, that's the mirror, by the way.
Okay.
You see anything there?
Kind of looks like aliens.
Exactly. 2 of them. There's one here with the shoulder, and look at this fucker over here.
He looks like he's outside the mirror, that one.
And his shoulder and his arm. There's like...
Yeah, no, it looks like there's 2 in the mirror and 1 outside.
This is bizarre, dude. Look at the rest of the pixelation. Why is that one area green? And even the pixelation doesn't match the rest of the pixelation in the image. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, your hat is red, so I don't know if you had a red light on or something.
No, there is a red light. I had the... What do they call those devices? Oh my God, that you put on and it picks up any movement, temperature change. REM pods, whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah, REM pod, yeah.
I had that here. That's the red light. It was on the bureau. That's why I'm in...
So where does the green light come from?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know why.
It must be the light on the ship.
Dude, there's there's no green light. The only light that's on in there is the red light from the...
No, I'm saying that you must be looking into their ship as they're coming through, and there's a green light behind them.
Is that weird or what?
It's a great photograph, man. Great photo.
This is 2 nights ago.
Yeah, well, like your house, you know, you're marked. You know it, and I know it. I mean,
I know.
You've seen what you can call it, shadow figures. After I saved your house and bound it, you've seen the shadow figures trying to break in the door, try to get back in, banging on a window and stuff like that.
Oh, don't. That's why I don't fucking sleep in that room, dude. That's why I don't sleep in that room.
Yeah.
People don't understand. That they don't understand because a lot of people are so skeptical because they've never had an experience. When you have not just one experience, and I was talking about this the other night, and you have multiple, like a lot in your life, you just cannot deny
lifetime.
You cannot deny it. You just cannot deny it.
No.
It's not a coincidence. It happens too much.
No, there's no such thing as coincidences. Absolutely
no
not.
way. And
you
know, I've had really...
I don't know how your mother sleeps. She sleeps like a rock. God bless her soul, man.
She's had experiences in that middle room.
I know she had a lot of experience, but she sleeps like a rock.
She doesn't.
She does.
She's not scared of it, though. You know, she's not.
She's not scared.
That's the thing. She's not.
No.
She wants to see the tall white alien again. She's dying to see it again. If I brought her in the room, she would tell you that. She wants.
I know she would. She told me that a million times.
Exactly. Yeah. She wants to see it again. KJ, if you want to come on for a few minutes and tell Al your story quickly, because he'll be able to hear you, because I'm going through the mixer board. If you want to come on, tell Al. Okay. Okay. Now, think about this. It's not easy for someone to talk about this in the context. It was early Christmas morning. Yes, Ma. I'm talking to Al. I'm live. I was just talking about your white tall. She heard me talk about it. The tall alien. All right, Mom. I'll talk to you later about that because I'm live with Al. I hear you, Taco.
Yeah, I hear.
KJ, get in multi-guest if you want to do this. If not, just let me know that you don't want to. But anyway, it was early Christmas morning. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was. He sees, and he's big on Christmas Santa. Ever since he was a little kid, he's big on Santa.
Okay.
So he sees this thing floating, making a low, bassy, hummy sound out his window. It has a green light, but it's like flashing at weird intervals. It's like steady, but it is doing these, blinking. Then there was another
Pulsating.
one. Yeah, it was pulsating. And there was, I think, a red one. And it's going, it looked like, he said it was like, it went through the trees, and then it just vanished. And he lives in a very rural, area. This is not, there's not many homes around. It's very rural.
Okay.
So he also lives in a home that there was a fire, and someone, passed away. Actually, it was a tanning machine, and the person actually became undead in that.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's his bedroom.
Oh, Jesus.
And he sees things in the corner of his room in that area. It's like he's got something going on in that area where that was. That's one. When he was a small child, he's seen like a ghost feet. Like he could see feet under the crack of the door. Like there was somebody standing out there.
Okay.
He put a sheet over him. He was, scared. He said he saw like a finger poke their hand through the sheet and held it in there. Like somebody was poking the sheet.
Creepy.
Right? And
yeah, especially for a small child.
For real. So he's had a lot of weird experiences in that house. So, he doesn't sleep at night. Unless, let me rephrase that. If it's his choice, he won't sleep at night. Sometimes he'll just crash out because he's tired, naturally. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
sure.
He stays up all night. He won't sleep. He doesn't like sleeping at night. And he says, not to be weird, but it seems like from that 3 o'clock time. What about your opinion on that? KJ, I'm talking about your Christmas thing, the Santa thing, the poking the finger, the ghost feet. If you want to come on quickly with Al, I just kind of gave him a little background, but of course it's your story. I can't tell it like yours. But what is it, Al, about this 3 o'clock thing in the morning? What is it about that? Is that true? Like activity heightens at like 3 a.m.? Because a lot of people refer to that.
Well, yeah, 3 is a magic number.
Why?
I mean, it holds a lot of power. Why? Because of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity. So it's a very powerful number. That's why the Freemasons go up to 33 degrees. You know what I mean? So 3 is a very powerful number, and that's when the veil is the thinnest on most
vulnerable.
nights.
Is it like a vulnerable point where they can that they can make their presence known? It's easier for them to do it at that time.
Yeah, it's just the veil is the thinnest for entities and to come through in our realm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're going to come through, and it's not always malevolent spirits that come through 3 o'clock in the morning either. You know what I mean? Anything can come through. It's just it's like the instead of having the door closed and locked, the screen door is open. You know what I mean? So it's easier to get in. So it's that's about the easiest way to say it. It's a thinning of the veil, and certain nights, depending on the celestial events, makes stuff even heightens the energies of the locations and stuff like that. So I mean, everything that happens above is affected below. You know what I mean? So,
what are your thoughts on those devices like that box that I have? with the antenna that lights up. It's supposed to pick up all that.
Yeah, I have one of those as well.
What do you think
Yeah,
of those?
well, that's putting out its own energy field. You know what I mean? It's putting out its own energy field, and when something breaks that energy field, the lights will light up. So no, I think it's a really good tool to have.
Really?
You know? Yeah, I really do. I think it's a good. That's why I went out and I bought one.
Dude.
I have so much equipment. I swore I would never buy any more.
Dude.
And I got like 12 duffel bags full of equipment that I don't even use. You know, so
it's going crazy in my house.
Is it really?
I mean, insane. I could put it on now and it'll go nuts. Literally.
Because you got stuff coming through all the time.
Dude, it doesn't shut up.
I mean, I don't want to question your electronics because I know you have the best.
No.
I know your stuff is all insulated. You have the best electronics.
I had it in the freaking bedroom the other night doing a live stream and it was going nuts and then it just went quiet for the rest of the night.
Something was coming in and out of that mirror.
It was right by the mirror. You seen it in the picture.
It was. Yeah.
So it's not electronics in there.
No. I mean,
I had it on the bench one night, and I had my Sony looking at it. It was going crazy on the freaking bench, the white swing bench in front of my house.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever put it on the picnic table on the deck?
No.
You never done it. You did it in the front of the house, but not the back.
No, never the back.
Interesting.
But it went nuts on that. It went nuts on that bench outside.
Oh, yeah, that like love seat thing.
Why are you saying the backyard all of a sudden?
I was just curious if you were getting activity on both sides of the yard. If you told me the white bench, I know that's in the front. So I was wondering if you put it on the back too.
You think I should?
I would. First of all, I wouldn't use it in my own house, but it's too late for you. You've already. I don't use any of my equipment in my house, but I would definitely. Not only would I use it on the back deck, you know, where the picnic table is.
Ma, I'm talking to Al.
I would do it. I would do it on the side too, where the grass is, you know, in the yard.
What do you mean? On my big yard side or the woods?
Yeah, the big yard, the big yard side. Yeah. And see what happens, and just see what's going on.
Because Jade gets a lot of vibes from the house that burnt down many years ago in the woods, over here. He gets a vibe coming from the woods in here.
I know he gets it coming from that little patch of woods between your house and the street on the other side.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know he does. Yeah, but I would do it on all sides of the house, you know, and see how the activity is. It only in the front where the bench is?
I know what you're saying.
Or is it on the side? Or how about on the back deck? Because, you know, right behind the deck you have this big pool filled with water. You know what I mean? So water can be a conductor of energy as well. You know, I mean, not that it's running, but you do have the pump on and stuff. So, I mean, you may get something in the backyard too.
KJ, come on TikTok, because I'm not keeping Al much longer. He's got things to do tomorrow. So if you want to join and tell him a little bit and talk to him directly, come on TikTok and the multi-guesting, and I'll let you in to talk to him. He'll be able to hear you because I'm going through my mixer. It's multi-channeled. So if you want to come on now. Okay, so I found my mini recorder, audio recorder, thank gosh. I've got the Mel meter. I've got... You could see me, right?
REM pod. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I got the REM pod. I've got... Because Ken DeCosta from another team told me to buy all this stuff. So I bought this little mini recorder. It's in there. I got a small camera like you guys were using. He told me to buy a camera.
Okay.
Oh, God. Hold on. I've got all of my toys down here. Here's the... I got the tri-field.
Okay.
And I've got the Mel meter.
Okay.
So that's what I got. 'Cause I don't want to dig everything out. Those are the few little toys I have. Now, why I say this, we need to go to the lake.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been jonesing to go there. Like I said, with all the construction I had going on in my house for the last 2 months, I haven't been able to go anywhere. I'm jonesing to get out, jonesing. So you let me know when you're available. I'll check my calendar, and then we'll do something. You know, even if it's just you and me, which is probably the way I would prefer it.
I
Anyway,
agree. Just
two.
us, just us
Yeah.
two. KJ,
Yeah.
come on, do it. Oh, he's coming. All right, so this is KJ. He lives in Tennessee.
Nice.
And I'll let him explain his stories. What happened? Oh, wait. He was there and then he disappeared. Hold on. Here he comes. Mom, please, God, I'm live right now and I'm on with Al, please. Hi, Al. Mom says hello.
Hey, Mom.
All right, so KJ, Al, KJ.
What's up, Al? How's it going?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right, KJ, fill him in a little bit about the stuff you've told me, so then Al can give you his opinion about some of the stuff you've experienced.
Which one?
Start from the earliest one.
When I had first moved into a new house, the house was burned down. It wasn't burned to the ground, but it was burned from the inside out. Two people lived here. One didn't make it out. The husband, inside of a tanning machine, didn't make it out. We basically rebuilt the entire inside of it. Ever since I was probably, 1 year after living there, it's 7-year-old me. I don't know exactly the year. I don't know how old I was, but I remember using the bathroom at about 2, 3 a.m., probably late 3 a.m. I do remember going back to my room about 3:40. I do remember that. I was using the bathroom about 3 a.m. I remember seeing like the shadow feet underneath the door. I freaked out, went out the bathroom, covered myself up under in the living room, and then I remember just a finger poking into the cover, and I just remember sitting there just in fear for probably 20 minutes.
That's one.
Something was having fun with you at a young age.
Yeah.
Having
So
fun.
let me ask you a question, KJ. Before you moved into this house with the fire, when you lived at a different location, did you have any experiences there as well?
Not that I know of, no.
Not that you can remember. Okay.
Nothing.
Very interesting. Okay. And
Oh.
you said you were 7 when you moved into that house.
7 or 8, yeah.
Okay. All right. So usually, and when you're that young, you're wide open, and if you have any kind of abilities, things are going to find you, no matter what location you're at. You know what I mean? So, are you still in that same house now?
Yes, I am.
Are you still having experiences there?
Oh, yes.
To an extent, yeah.
Oh, wait, whoa. Dude, I know a little bit more, but let's go. Okay, so let's go what happened there at that time, at that age. What was the next thing that happened to you after that?
I don't have a timeline exactly. Yeah, I can't really put it like together.
All right, so what happened on Christmas morning that year?
20, I don't know the year. I was about 4th, 5th grade, something like that. I would always stare out the window on Christmas Eve, hoping to see Santa. I was a believer, etc. I heard this deep bassy sound, like you could feel it like in your chest a little bit. It wasn't loud, but it was bassy.
It wasn't so much that you could hear it, but you could feel it.
You could hear it, but it wasn't loud though.
Okay.
Like it was not loud at all, but it was very bassy. It was almost like a speaker with like a low hertz rate, just like kind of beating back and forth, like 24 hertz, something like that. Just a rumble bassy sound, right? It went directly over my house. It looked super low. It was probably 20, 30 feet, and went just straight over. I remember my dogs are barking. My dad had actually walked outside and looked up at it. He still doesn't know what it is. You couldn't see what it was, but it had blinking lights on it, and it was so low. It looked like it went through the tree of my neighbor's house, and then it just the second I lost the visual side of it, I lost sound. It just seemed like it disappeared. Honestly,
Did you see any markings, or did you see what it looked
nothing.
like?
It was just nothing. It was like I was looking at an invisible something in the sky.
How big was it?
Um, I'd say like a pickup truck with an extra foot on each side, like a really
Wow.
big truck, like a 3500, something like that. But I mean, it was
So
it
it
was
was
bigger than a
it
3500, but
was
it was
big.
add like
Yeah.
a foot or
Okay.
two on each side.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty big. Now you said it looked like an orb to you. Is that what you said?
It looked like what?
An orb?
Um, I don't know what it looked like. Honestly, I can't really describe it at all.
Did it have lights?
Yes.
What color?
What color were the lights?
I had a green one on the back that was decently dim. It was very long lasting. Like it would blink, but it wouldn't like blink. It would just kind of like
Pulse.
softly fade in, fade out. Basically, it would last like an entire 2 seconds, basically. And then there
Okay.
was a blinking light in the front that was red.
That's it. Two
Wow.
lights. One
So
red,
it's almost set up like an aircraft
right?
with aviation lights and everything. That's very
That's what I was thinking.
interesting.
Like the most reasonable thing I would think would be a helicopter, but what he asked me is like, was there any wind moving around? I don't remember. I don't recall any like heavy winds, and with the height of it, you would know if it was a helicopter. I mean, I've been in a car driving down the street near like a hospital, and like how far away a helicopter is, and you can really feel that. I couldn't feel that like that.
Not only that, because I've been near a helicopter when it's running, and if it's 30 feet, 20 feet, you're going to hear that thing, and you're going to get that whirlwind effect. You're going to see all kinds of stuff moving. It doesn't sound like a helicopter to me.
No, definitely not a helicopter.
No.
Obviously, it's
No
not
way.
a helicopter.
It's not a helicopter.
Yeah. No, obviously not.
And
No.
it's not a plane.
Nope.
And then you said it looked like it went through the trees and then vanished.
It went directly through the tree, and the second that it got past that tree, like you could see it, like almost like you could see it go through the tree, almost like the lights going through directly through it. But the second that it got on the other side, it's like it just completely just disappeared.
Oh, heck no. Now,
Just lost all sound, lost all
remember,
visual, lost everything.
he's one of those individuals. He grew up, and you know how I am for Christmas, Al. You know how crazy I go. He laughs. But he's thinking it's Christmas morning. He's always been big on the Santa thing. But
Sure.
when I hear this, I'm thinking this is something maybe interdimensional or whatever. It doesn't sound like a drone, like a normal drone, or unless
No,
it's
it's
military.
definitely something interdimensional for sure.
That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like to me.
because if it would have, if it would have still been in our realm, even on the other side of the tree, you would have seen it. It wouldn't have just disappeared. It went through
Something.
a portal into a different dimension, and it was gone.
I agree.
That's that simple. Yeah,
I agree.
it was. Did it have any lights like flashing on the ground at all, like searchlights or anything like
Nothing.
that?
Only
Okay.
the green slow fade in, fade out one in the back, and then a blinking red one in the front.
Yeah.
What was
So
the
it
total
just-
duration of this? Like a few seconds? Like how long did this last? How fast was it moving?
Not fast, honestly. It was like, you know, those fancy lawnmowers that are like the controls are like to the side of you, like fast as that, probably like 30 miles an hour or something like that. I mean, it was not that fast.
It was moving slow.
Yeah, it probably wasn't even going 30 miles an hour.
No way. Yeah.
No,
Slower
I'm
than that.
thinking this thing was just crawling along, probably maybe 10, 15 miles an
I
hour
agree.
at the most. Yeah,
I think so too, about
at the
15.
most. Yeah.
Because I fly on my bike. I know what 20 miles per hour, 25 mile per hour is on my bike. the way you're describing it, comparing it to a mower. And
Yeah,
mower,
no, it's this thing was just cruising on by. Whatever it was doing here, it was done, and it was going back to where it came from.
Yep.
Unless there was a craft on the other side of that tree that was invisible, and it went into the craft. You know what I mean? Could have been something like that as well. You know,
Mm.
it was, you know, the size of a maxi van. I seen mother crafts that were big as the Roman Colosseum, so something like that would get lost in them. So, yeah, I mean, it could have been something as simple as that as well.
Now, before I never asked you this question, KJ, have you ever seen any type of figures in your house, like shadowy figures or any other kind of things similar to that?
Full like
Like an
people, no,
apparition.
but my mother, I've asked her, and she said that she's like waking up and just seen people in her doorway. She's seen people walk by, like shadow figures, like stuff like that. But personally, I haven't seen one.
Okay, but tell them about the chair in your room.
Oh yeah, the chair I have in my room. The recent time was a few months ago. It I was like, it was like moving stuff around in my room. I had a bunch of boxes out, whatever, and I just remember the chair just completely just turning around, looking at me, and that's happened a few times. It wasn't. There's not a fan. It's not windy. There's no way it could have done that. Honestly, the chair's practically brand new since Christmas time, and it won't budge.
How many times did this happen?
Two to three times.
And this is since last Christmas?
One time before last Christmas, and then one time this year alone.
Do you have any other experiences in your home where things move other than the chair?
Not that I know of, no.
Not that you know of. Now, when you were looking at that chair, what were you thinking? What were your intentions?
Oh,
You know, were
it
you
was a
staring
weird
at that
feeling.
chair, just looking at
It was more of just like a gut feeling of scare, but I wasn't like I didn't just run out of my room. I went back to doing what I was doing. I just kind of prayed like actually after that happened. It hasn't happened since. It's been a few months, but it did happen this year alone. It was more of just me terrified because I don't know how the chair would have turned around. That's the only thing.
Of course.
But I went back to what I was doing. I just kind of shrugged it off.
He just shrugged it off. Like, dude, if I saw that
Oh yeah,
shit,
I mean, I was terrified. Trust me, you could I could feel that in my stomach. It was
If I
bad.
was-
Now, let me ask you a question. Before the chair moved, you were looking at it. You had a gut feeling that something was going to happen with that chair.
No,
Yes? No.
no. Well, somewhat. I was moving stuff from my room. It was January, February time. I was moving stuff around in my room. I was like redoing my room, moving my bed around, etc. Stuff all over the floor. And all of a sudden, out the corner of my eye, I remember seeing the chair. It looked like it just moved a tiny bit. I looked at it, and then it turned around at me. So technically, I kind of saw it turn around at me. I mean, I looked at it when it did, but I was like, it peeked out the corner of my eye that something, like the chair was moving when I wasn't looking at it, but I could see it out the corner of my eye.
and then when you looked
Okay.
at it directly, that's when it moved towards you. Like,
Yes.
it moved completely around. So you saw the initial movement that it was starting to move from the corner of your eye, and then when you looked at it, that's when the chair just flipped the opposite direction, facing you.
Yes, it wasn't fast though. It wasn't like really slow, but it wasn't just like a fast turnaround.
Oh,
it
that's
was almost like if
creepy.
someone was sitting in the chair and then turned around and looked at you, like if you're talking business or
Right,
something.
yeah.
Like if you were to turn around and like if somebody knocked on the door, you just slowly turn around and see who's out there.
That's creepy. This is not a
So let me
swivel
ask you a
chair, right?
question.
Hold on now. This is not a swivel chair, right? It's a
What's a
stationary,
swivel chair?
like a chair that like I'm sitting in that moves around.
It's office. Yeah, it's office.
Oh, it is an office chair.
Yeah,
So it does swivel.
yeah.
Okay. And there's no breeze, no windows open, none of that.
It doesn't move like that even with the fan on or anything.
Okay. Al, you go ahead.
Yeah.
Al.
Yeah, no, these chairs, I mean, I'm in a swivel chair too. I mean, my cat can jump up on it, it won't move, you
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Um, no, I lost my train of thought. I was going to ask them something, and I forgot.
I'm
It
sorry.
doesn't matter. No, it's okay. Doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It's just my where I was going with my questioning. So I'm trying to figure this out. Um, so that's the only thing that you've ever seen moving the house. Um,
Is it KJ?
did you do any research on the people who lived there before you?
Uh-huh.
And
I've tried as much as possible, and the only thing that came back was records from the last people, and then before that, and then just it was just basic records of average people who lived here for 5 to 10 years. The original owners, like when the house was first built, and then the second owners, there's not a single record. It just says it's privately owned.
the people who the person who passed in that chair, I mean in that house, elderly or no?
The lady that I know of, I don't know the guys. I couldn't. The record it just ended off at 2011 when the house was it burnt from the inside. Whatever. The lady is 58 years old. I don't know about the guys, so I'd say roughly around that. But it happened in 2011, so 14 years ago. Roughly, probably a 40-year-old dude.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
So there's no activity that you notice in your room at all since you've been there? Nothing? Or in the house? Nothing?
Activity like stuff moving around.
Yeah.
Other than the chair, no. And that was this year alone. I mean, I've prayed for it to go away, and I haven't seen it since. I've prayed for a lot of things in this house. I'm not even that religious, but I've prayed for stuff to go away, and I haven't seen it since. But I mean, I've
That's good.
seen a lot of things that I believe there's like this house might be possessed by demons or something. I don't know.
Nah, that house is not possessed by demons. Don't even go there. That's not true. No way.
But
I
it
don't- I
could
don't
be,
feel that at
but
all.
there could be a presence there.
Yeah, there's definitely a presence there.
But it's not malevolent. It's not malevolent in nature.
It's kind of malicious though to do that to a child. You know what I mean? And I mean that little movement that he seen out of the corner of his eye
And the poking the
was
finger?
was done on purpose for him to turn and look. You know?
Yeah.
And once he turned and looked, it gave him the whole 9 yards. It spun it around. So that wasn't an accident that he seen that out of the corner of his eye.
That was intentional.
So
Yeah.
yes, it was definitely intentional.
To say, I'm here. That's kind of creepy, dude.
I still don't know how to
Yeah.
really explain that finger incident. I'd call my mother today. I've been bringing this stuff up to her recently because I've been like putting stuff together. I called her today and I told her about it, and she, even when it happened, the day that it happened, I feel like she didn't really understand why I was like acting the way I did. I remember blatantly. I went back to my room around 3:40. I don't know how long I was under that blanket. It felt like I was sitting on there for honestly 20-30 minutes straight. Like it felt so long. But the
Yeah,
second I
time
like
slows
went down
down
on my
when you're
couch and I
scared.
just put the cover on my head, it like someone put their finger in the cover. The weird thing about it though, I still don't know how to explain this either. When the finger went in, it wasn't like if you were to put a finger like into a cover, it would usually like you wouldn't be able to see the entire finger. You'd only see the tip of it and then like an indent pushing. You could see the entire finger, no indent,
Wow.
which was crazy. And then I sat there for I don't know how long. It felt like an eternity, honestly. This is the first time I could actually say it felt like I sat there for so long. And then I just remember screaming, "Mom, Mom, Mom," over and over. And then she ran to me. And the second that I screamed it, like second or third time, that finger went away so fast.
You didn't like fall asleep or anything, right? You were wide awake when this happened.
I brought it up to her. She remembered that. She doesn't understand why I did that though. She probably doesn't even believe me that I had a finger incident, whatever, went into the cover. But she remembers that happening. I brought it up to her today.
I mean, you're a child. She might think it's just a figment of your imagination
Yeah,
running away with you on something like that. 'Cause you're scared. You're under a sheet, and you thought you saw what looked like a finger. I get it. I get Mom's perspective on that. But you had the experience. Go ahead, Al.
KJ, do you have night terrors?
Ah!
like nightmares?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wait a
not
minute.
often, no.
Wait. Hi,
He's
Melissa.
lying. He's lying to me now.
No. Wait. Ask him. Does he? Why? This is the thing that I was bugging out on. He does. He waits all night to go to sleep when the sun is up. Do you know like Al? It makes me laugh because remember you seen the movie Jaws, right?
Yeah.
You know when he says, "It's only an island if you look at it from the water." Like he is like, I'm not afraid of the dark except for the things that are in the dark. I'm like, dude, he does not, if it's his choice, I said this earlier, he will not sleep at night. He waits for the sun to come up. And I'm trying to figure out, there has to be a reason for that. It's either a night trauma, something happened that has him freaked out. It's like the other night we were up. Oh, I'm almost at my safe time. I think the safe time, like he feels good, is when it's 4 a.m. His time, he's central. And now he's on his way to relaxing to go to sleep. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. All right, so I said all that. What is it about night, dark, that freaks you out? I'm trying to get to this.
Yeah, so right now I'm in the middle of my room and recliner on the left side of the room. So I'm not just in the straight middle, I'm in the left middle, up against the wall. Believe it or not, this is exactly where the tanning machine was. So I'm sitting directly where the body was. Like I'm talking in the middle. So if anything, I'm sitting in a casket, like I've said. I got a bed that's to the right of me right now, to the back of the room that's kind of like slightly behind me to the right. There's like I wouldn't say indoor closet, but there's like 2 feet pushed into the wall where they have like a closet in there. I pushed my bed into that. At any time of the day, no matter where I'm sitting at in this room, unless I'm not sitting in that area, it feels like I'm being watched over there. It's like there's something over there just watching me. There's something over there at the corner of my eye. The weird thing about it, the more I've thought about it these past few days, during the day it's always there, but it's never as strong. It's always just like, oh yeah, it's something over there, but it's no biggie, right? The later it gets into the night, the stronger the presence is, the more like I have to turn my head and look. It's like during the day, it's like a golden retriever's on your bed. You know it's there out the corner of your eye, and you just kind of like, oh yeah, it's there. And then the later it gets, it turns into a lion, and there's a lion sleeping on your bed staring at you, so you're just turning your head, kind of like paranoid, I guess. And I get paranoid a lot.
What is your mother doing?
I'm sorry that my mom's doing something in the background. I didn't mean to interrupt you, KJ.
That's cool.
Mom, I'm live right now. Okay. We're live, and we can hear you talk in the background. We're trying to have a conversation. Okay. Thank God you're okay. So you still feel there's a presence in that room, in that corner?
Yeah, at any point of the day, I always do. It gets a lot stronger, a lot more, like paranoia builds up the later it gets at night, and I think peak times around late 2, early 3. It starts at any time, honestly. It's always there. It just the time when the paranoia really sets in is just the later and later it gets in the night. It's just the paranoia builds up. 4 o'clock really isn't my safe time. It's just the time when I finally crash out and just go off. It's when it eases a little bit, so I'm guessing 4 might be the time when it kind of backs off. I don't really know.
Okay, now that makes sense.
But it does get eased. It is a lot more like it's backing off, I guess. But even during the day when it's there, it doesn't bother me. It's like I just know it's there and there's nothing like bothering me personally.
Hi, Holly.
Now, have you tried any equipment, any piece of equipment that can actually detect anything to see if there actually is anything there, or is it all part of your your mental state because you're so strung out over this? It's got you so messed up. You have to prove that there's something there. You just can't always say that it's there during the day, but it's not so strong. But at night it gets a lot stronger. I think it's your fear that gets a lot stronger at night. and you're creating this anxiety in your head, and then you're actually building its strength up. But you have to actually validate that there's something there. You need to download a piece of equipment or something on your phone and just see if you can measure the energy in that location to see if it's different than the other corner of the house, and see if it changes at night. Because if it's the energy stays the same, then there's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah. In other words, confirmation.
I wouldn't say it's like
Yeah.
being afraid. It's more paranoia that just builds up.
Yeah.
It just like appears the later it goes into the night.
But he's telling you by doing that, you're giving it more energy. You're giving exactly what it wants.
If there's something there.
If there's something there.
Otherwise,
Right.
He's scaring
It could be a
himself
figment of your
after
fear.
death.
Right.
Yeah. Your fear is bringing this on, and in your experience, you could be experiencing this for nothing.
Yeah.
There may not be anything there. You have to validate that there's something there, and if it's there all the time, then measure it during the day, then measure the other corner of the room during the day. If that side of the room is different than the other side, then there's something there. Then measure it again at night. And
Exactly.
See if it actually gets stronger or if it stays the same. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You could be bringing all of this stuff on yourself.
Yeah, you could be drawing this. Yeah. And also, it could be, like you said, anxiety.
Sure. I mean, fear is a very powerful thing. You know what I mean? That's why the government's use it to keep people in line, you know.
Melissa has some advice for you, KJ. And you know that Melissa's one of the integral parts of the International UFO Bureau. She does the scientific investigations and everything else. She does the analysis. She said, if you're interested in thoughts, command Archangel Michael to your space. I've used it for 16 years. It never fails. When I can't get it out myself, I bring him in. So, I know that you're not particularly religious, but it might be something to consider. She's in the chat on TikTok right now. Just saying.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just saying.
you don't have to be religious
to
call on the angels, because there's power in prayer. And he said he's already
That's right.
praying. So,
that's right.
You know, I was not the most religious guy growing up.
She's not religious at all, and it works fine. Didn't you say earlier that you prayed about what happened with the chair, and it hasn't happened since? Right? Didn't you say that earlier?
With a lot of things that haven't happened again.
See? The power of prayer.
Mm-hmm. Just like the power of thought, intention. Your intentions are very powerful. You could be, your anxiety could be bringing this stuff on it by itself. You could be creating this negative thoughts that are freaking you out, all for nothing. I mean, sleeping during the day and being up all night is not a healthy way of going through life.
Yeah.
That's not the way humans were designed to work, so
you got to do something to combat that fear and that anxiety.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, it used to fit my
I
schedule.
think the
at work,
easiest
so.
way to do it is to validate, to find out if there's actually something there. And once you find out there's something there, if there's something there, then you know that what you were feeling was true. If there's nothing there, then you created all of this yourself for no reason, because of fear.
Yeah.
The stuff that happened to you before with the feet under the door and the finger coming at you.
That's traumatic.
Yeah, I mean,
that's traumatic for a child.
It's very traumatic. It's very, very, very malicious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I say, ask if you did the research on the people who lived there before you and what kind of people they were. I don't know if you have neighbors around you that you can talk to about the people.
That's what I said to him. I told him the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do this research. You have to be diligent, and you have to take back your room. You have to make your room your safe
That's
haven.
right. That's right.
And You have to do whatever you have to do, brother. You have to sage it once a week or bind it with holy water or salt in the windowsills and in the doorway, door jambs. You have to do whatever you have to do to make that your safe space. This way you can get back to a normal existence, working during the day and sleeping at night, and get past all this fear and anxiety.
You know what?
You know,
You know what? One of the paranormal rangers told me. He gave me a blessed Native American arrowhead. It's actually
nice.
they made it, and they blessed it for me. And he says, Bill, it's the power that you give it to protect you. So, like you said, Al, the power of the mind, the intention. If you do something, KJ, with good intention, and you give it that power, that's what you need to do. And stop focusing on the negative, the fear. But gives anything. It could be anything. Anything that you give that power as an energy force to protect you, as a positive force. It's your power that you give to that. That's what matters. If you understand what I'm saying.
KJ could be as simple as lighting a white candle for 5 minutes a
Exactly.
day in your bedroom and saying a prayer. The Archangel Michael prayer.
Yep.
Light the candle, say the prayer every day for 5 minutes. May be all you need to get past all of this anxiety and fear,
Yep.
and be able to live a normal existence. This is not healthy. It's not healthy to live like this physically. This takes a toll on the human body and the human mind. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And you really, you have to
You got to get through
you
it.
have to be diligent. Yeah, you have to be diligent, and you have to take your space back, and you have to make your room your safe haven. Nothing can come in there, and bind that room, and this way you can live a normal life.
And be in peace.
Yeah, peace is very, very big. I mean,
Coming
you
from the
need
guy,
that.
that his house has so much activity. But I'm just saying. Oh my gosh.
And he sleeps in the living room.
Yeah, and I sleep in the living room. Yeah. Oh boy, what a hypocrite I am. But anyway, and Melissa says, be stubborn and that it's your space. That energy actually creates a barrier. So that's what Melissa says from chat. Similar to what Al is telling you.
Yeah, your intentions are big. So you're claiming the space and you're saying, the Michael Archangel is, we bind this space and make it a holy space, and he sets a perimeter around that room. I mean, nothing will be able to hurt you or scare you or bother you if you got the power of the Archangel with you, and the Holy Ghost and stuff like that. I mean, this stuff is real. It's all real. But a lot of people create these anxieties themselves and create this PK manifestation where they create these things that causes the chairs to spin around or the ashtray to get thrown across the room. We have that ability.
You know something? You hit on something because one day, you remember Eric, right, Al?
Yeah.
Eric is sitting on the recliner in the room. I was sleeping on the couch, okay? And all of a sudden, I woke up and I heard a big bang, like this door was slamming, okay? Eric said, Bill, that did make a sound there. He believes 100% that I manifested that sound to happen. It's crazy. It's like the sound happened. He said, Bill, no door slammed. But when you said that, instantaneously, like there was a sound back there that loud. It's like you created that shit to happen.
Yeah, we can do that. We're made in God's image. We're special, and we have these abilities. And you just have to get them under control and make them work for you.
But the good news is nothing's been going on at all in that room You did prayer and you're in peace, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
So
Okay, that's awesome.
that's it right there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the
So
bottom line.
continue the prayer. If you want to add a white candle to that, blessed white candle, that's more power to you. Absolutely. So
I would even,
just keep doing what you're doing.
I don't know if you
But
have nightmares, but even a dream catcher, anything that gives the power,
anything,
give it
anything
that power.
you can use anything.
You know what a dream catcher
Any-
is? It's Native American.
Yeah, I had one in my
Anything.
window.
Exactly. Like I was saying, anything that you give that positive power to, as a barrier, like Melissa said.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I do got two experiences that Al, I need your
Oh, this is all on Al now. I'm gonna be quiet,
opinion on it. Yeah.
but we'll give it
So-
a few more minutes, KJ, because I don't want to keep Al too much longer.
Yeah. When I was younger, like 13, 14-ish, I had a dream that I had walked into a mirror looking back at myself, and I had like opened up like the top of my lip, and my tooth was like gone, and there was a blood like all over my like mouth area and stuff. I remember waking up that day, going out with my friends, riding bikes with my friends, like that. Long story short, we're on our way back to my house, pull up to I'm like riding, probably going like 15, 20 miles an hour on a bike. And then back of a car, backs out, slam into it, hit the ground, and guess what? The exact same tooth that I had that dream about inside the mirror, which my parents had actually drive me down there, and I remember my mother bringing it to me the bathroom, and I remember looking back in that mirror once again, realizing the exact same thing I seen inside the dream happened to me.
Premonition.
Premonition. Yeah, it wasn't a dream. It was a premonition.
Premonition.
Absolutely.
Which is interesting
What
because
does that mean?
that is really interesting, and we have that ability too, the premonition.
What is
Yeah,
that?
my mother used to get premonitions all the
Explain
time.
it to him, Al.
Yeah, I mean these things. It's a psychic ability. You tapped into something that night in a subconscious state that showed you the final events or what was going to happen. They didn't show you the car backing out or stuff like that, but it showed you your lip and your tooth and everything being busted open. And the next day, that's what happened. So, yeah, I mean, it's just you tapped into something in your sleep subconsciously that showed you the future.
Another thing, quickly, Melissa says, and that's where people mistake a poltergeist actually is our own energy. And remember, you don't have to have daily abilities to have those things happen to you. So, you know what I mean? It just happened to be that was like I said, a premonition. What was the other experience?
Yeah, so I had done my own research on this. I don't know how truthful this is. For just what it is, I looked it up, and it's called the three knocks of DEATH.
Okay.
Don't know if you heard of it, but sitting in my old room, and this is the one, I don't know. I think I already told you this. Bunch of windows on the wall, like 6 or 7 just average size windows on one wall. I remember I was playing a game, I forgot what it was. I was on my computer playing a game, had headphones on, and I couldn't make out what I heard, but I can obviously tell you that there was a knocking on the window. And it was, I can assume 3 knocks, but I was playing a game, I heard noises. It's like I was taking off like one ear of my headphones, and I was like listening for a second, over and over for like 10, 15 minutes. And this was also happening at 3 o'clock, for whatever reason. And then at one point, it's like I keep on hearing it, but I don't know what I'm hearing. It's just like I'm hearing a sound. So I take off my headphones and listen for like a solid 2 minutes, 3 minutes max. And then all of a sudden I hear 3 very noticeable, I'd say window knocks, but it didn't sound like it was on the window, but it also didn't sound like it was on like wood, like on the side of the house. It sounded weird. It like you're like knocking on a propane tank, but also like onto the side of a window. It's weird.
So the sound emanated what you thought was like right out to the window, but it had like a metallic tapping sound.
It had like an echoey, but it wasn't like a window echoey. It was weird.
So like it was knocking on something that was hollow.
Yes, but it was definitely the window. You could hear it.
But it wasn't the window, it wasn't the glass, but it was like where the window is.
It's like they tapped the glass on the window, but it didn't make the sound it was supposed to make.
Okay. Al, I don't know what to make of
Yeah.
that.
This happened
Yeah,
multiple
I
times.
mean,
It was 3 knocks
again,
every few minutes. I don't exactly know when. I had went and told my parents immediately. I was terrified. They had went with like in the backyard and everything, front yard. They had searched around the entire place. I assume possibly just a crazy dude probably got loose, something like that. I don't know. But this happened for weeks. I'm talking weeks, and it wasn't every single day, every single night. It would happen sometimes every 3 nights, sometimes every 5 nights, sometimes 2 weeks go by, and then I hear it again. And then, like even after a few weeks, I remember I was on call with one of my friends, and I had played it off and just said, "Oh yeah, it's just the demon I hear." It was something like that. I was just saying it's just the 3 knocks I keep on hearing. But every single time I've ever heard it, it was just I kept on getting like more and more terrified.
It looks like something was trying to get your attention and maybe trying to invite it in. By opening the window.
On a door or a window, never open up
Exactly.
to see who's out there. Always say no, you can't come in, or no, you're not welcome here. And then you can like peek through the peephole or look out the window, but to keep the window closed to see if there's anything out there. But most likely, there's never anything out there. I get knocks on my front door all the time, and I always tell them, "Oh, can't come in. Sorry,
That's it.
not today." Yeah,
You're not welcome here.
no.
That's a simple. That's what it sounds like to me. It's like it wants attention, and it wants you to give it entrance. And it could be as simple as opening that window physically, and like Al said,
Yeah, if you open that window, you open that door, you're inviting it in.
Exactly.
It was also on the exact same window every single night, by the way.
It is the same window.
It was the exact same window.
Yeah. Is it the only window in the room?
There's 6 or 7 windows. I don't know exactly. I think 7 windows on the one wall. It was the third one from the left side, and it was the one that had the air conditioner in it. I forgot if the air conditioner was in or not. We take it in and out every summer, so. I don't know if it was in there or not, but that could have explained the metallic-y one. But it was definitely knocks, like like me even adding the
All right. Hold
air
on.
conditioner being in the story. It wasn't the air conditioner. There's no way.
I was gonna say because sometimes they make little nests in the air conditioners. It wasn't an animal, you know what I mean, making those sounds. Was the air
only
conditioner
animals that we have,
was the air conditioner in the window when this was going on?
I don't know.
Do you know what
Even
I mean?
if it was, there's no way that had to be the biggest coincidence to keep on happening. 3 knocks every, wait a little bit, 3 knocks, wait a little bit. I mean, it's very persistent.
Was it 3 knocks and then it would stop, or the 3 knocks were persistent every night for a period of time, but it was only those 3 knocks and then no more?
It would be 3 knocks, and then sometimes wait a little bit, 3 knocks, like wait like 5-10 minutes. Every other night, it would be just every other night. It would be 3 knocks. Sometimes it'll just be one time 3 knocks, and sometimes it'll be persistent every, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. It'll be another 3 knocks a few times. Sometimes just one, sometimes multiple times.
Was it
But it would
rhythmic?
always be around one period, like a time. It'll be about
Was it rhythmic? Like rhythmic. It had a beat, like it was steady.
no, it was fast. It was like a knocking sound. It was like if you just knocked on the
Dun, dun,
like
dun.
a window 3 times.
Like that.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
But it was more like if you were to like roughly tap it with your finger. Like if you were to just like really like poke your window 3 times.
Single pane
Yes.
glass or double pane?
It was a slide window. I don't know. It
Probably one.
slides up.
Probably one.
Yeah, because they make different sounds. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
No, he's gone. The plane is gone, Ma.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gone. It was a big one.
yeah, I know.
So but that doesn't happen anymore, right? No.
That's after a while. I prayed for it to go away. I was said in my head, in Jesus' name, get out. In Jesus' name, get out. Like over and over, and I didn't hear from it again.
See,
There you
like
go.
everybody's telling you,
Power of prayer. Yeah.
power of
absolutely.
prayer. That's what you just got to do. Power of prayer.
It's real. It's very real.
That's it. I mean, really, you have the answer. You do it. You've done it numerous times with the chair, with the window, and the power of prayer. And that's your answer to be in peace in that room and in your house. Say a prayer every night in the room. Like he said, the power, and like Melissa said, the power of Archangel Michael. Look it up and just say the prayer and give power to that prayer. And you have to, give it that power by believing in that when you read it, it's going to work out in a positive way. That's it. Right, Al?
Yeah, you have to believe what you're saying. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time. So, I mean, obviously, you must be believing when you're saying the prayer in Jesus' name, because the things that you're chasing these things out. So.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I wouldn't say I'm religious as in Christian.
It doesn't matter.
Christian stance.
It doesn't matter.
I believe in Jesus. I believe in Christianity. Like I'd say I'm a Christian, but to other Christians, I don't follow like the Bible. I don't follow like certain stuff. So
It doesn't matter. It's your belief. It's how
It's just my like interpretation of.
That's all that matters. It's your connection. It's your personal connection. That's all that matters. But you have that connection with that, and you have to use that for yourself as a source of energy and positive thought and prayer and everything else. And it's worked for you, so I would keep doing it. I would do that every night. Every night I would do that. And then, go to sleep.
I would do it in the day, too, when you feel that energy there in the corner, but it's not as strong. Do it then, too.
That's right.
If you do it day and night, every day, eventually you'll force this thing. If there's anything there to be forced out, you'll force it out of your house. And eventually, when it comes to like Michael the Archangel in the name of Jesus or
that's right.
God Almighty, I mean, doesn't get any more powerful than that.
And again,
you have to believe.
That's it. And it'll subside your anxieties. In time, it's the power of it is going to subside those anxieties too.
Yeah, your anxieties will go away when the first night you go to sleep and you're not petrified.
Exactly.
You think, wow, this was a great night's sleep. I slept great tonight. And then it happens again the night after that, night after that, night after that, night after that. And the next thing you know,
it's gone.
You won't have any more anxiety, about trying to sleep at night and wait until the sun to come up to go to bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would put that into effect immediately. Like, you should definitely consider doing it tonight. Do a prayer. Go, do the research. The bishop always talks about the prayer of St. Michael on his show.
But St. Michael prayer is a powerful prayer. Absolutely.
It is a powerful prayer. So, these are the things you need to look into for yourself. And it can only do good. It can only do good. It's not a negative thing. It's all positive. And again, you already have a past with prayer, and it's worked successfully for you. So why you should continue to do that, and maybe you'll be more.
I still do when this stuff happens. That's why.
But just don't do it when it happens. Do it all the time.
Oh yeah.
That's the point. You do it all the time. Like Al said, daytime, nighttime, you do it.
Every story I have, I don't have a lot of stories in general.
You give yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it all the time.
All the time.
You don't just do it when it suits you. You do it when, for real, like every day, you give it that power every day. It's not just like when it's there, it's when you need it. We all need it every day. We need that. We need that protection from dark forces, negative people, negative energy, because we're surrounded by it constantly. And there's a lot of darkness out there, and people have that aura of darkness. So you got to do that, not just in this instance, but to protect you from everything, every negative energy that's out there. Overall, to draw the positive energy and push away that negative energy. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go.
Go. Yeah, get out. Go.
I'll give you a call tomorrow at some point.
Let's get together and let's think about revisit to the lake.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah,
talk
I'll give you a
privately.
call tomorrow. We'll talk.
All right.
Tomorrow.
I'll hang up on. I forgot you're on team, so just hang up on me. And thank you for coming on and sharing your stories and insight.
No problem. KJ, good luck with everything. Okay.
Later, Al. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
have a good
Later.
night.
Bye. Yeah, and he's absolutely correct, and so is Melissa. I would practice that. I would definitely put that into practice, KJ. It's a good thing. It's a positive thing, no matter what. So, and you're pretty much in peace already. You don't have things, like going on. So,
Which is kind of weird. That's what I need to ask you. Do you believe that my house would have or could have been haunted at some point? Just for like the experiences are so like minimum.
it's hard to say. Like Al said, you have to confirm. You have to, you have to prove that. You just can't make assumptions. You need evidence. You need validity to it. If you think something, like I said, if you think it's haunted, it's going to be haunted. Doesn't mean it is. You're giving it that
Well,
power
I
in your
don't
mind.
really care if it's haunted. That's the thing. Like,
So then don't think about it.
I try not to.
You know what I'm saying? Just don't think about it. Like he said, and it depends. If you work during the night, it's different because you're going to sleep during the day. But you have to try to bring normalcy by, sleeping at night, not fearing the dark or worried about what lurks in the dark. Those are phobias. Those are things, that's like he said, fear, anxieties, all that. If you pray every night, and that's been successful for you in the past, like every night before you go to bed, you say a prayer and go to bed. And go to bed in peace. Do you know what I'm saying? I would definitely put that into effect. I really would put that in effect. Like, people, it could be a person's imagination. Now, this house is a little different, but because there is stuff that happens here. But that doesn't mean that it is what I think it is. I don't have a rational explanation to what goes on here. Houses creak. All houses shift. They creak. Temperature changes. Expansion. Contraction. It could be anything. Now, a chair moving around, that's a different story. I gotta be honest. That's a little different. But, just don't dwell on the negative. Like I said to you, there's negative energy. We are constantly surrounded by negative energy, whether it's people, anything. You have to block all that out. Push that shit to the side. Focus on the positive. Keep your mind occupied. You know what I mean? Keep your mind occupied on positive things. And be around positive people. Don't be around negative people. That's negative energy. I grew up in the Bronx. I'm very thick-skinned. I don't let what people say or judge get to me. I just don't, because I couldn't care less, honestly. So it's almost the same thing. I've developed this shield to protect me against all that nonsense. You know how I ignore it completely. Just like you need to ignore that because it's creating fear. It's creating anxieties. You know what I'm saying? Or no?
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do for yourself. And you'll be fine. So, whatever it takes, do something that's going to put you at peace. And try to practice this and go to sleep. And don't think that something's gonna... If you had that negative thoughts, you have to be completely clear from that negative BS. Don't let it take power over you. Make believe it doesn't exist. It never existed. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it... I'm telling you, don't let it eat you up. Don't let it dwell you. You're done. You're toast. That's like when somebody says something to trigger you. You don't allow them to push your buttons. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You're allowing this.
Yeah.
You're allowing this to dictate you. You're giving it that control. You're giving it that power. That's the worst thing you could do. There's people out there that do this all the time. They troll. They because they're trying to push your buttons to get a response. But you don't give them that power. Because that's what they want. It's the same analogy. You're giving it the power. You're emboldening it. Your fear, your anxieties. You're giving it that power. So take it away. Ignore it. Pray, whatever it is, to change the shift. That's all. And you'll be fine. And then you can go to sleep at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, and you don't have to worry about staying up till 4 because that's, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be all right. Anyway, so did you watch at all what Al was discussing and I?
Yeah.
So you see, did you see that little gremlin-looking thing?
Yeah, he was saying he didn't know what that was. It looked kind of cute, honestly.
It did. I said the same thing. I said it's kind of cute. It looked. I don't know. It looked like a baby golem.
It looked like a thing from Star Wars or something. It's like a baby alien.
Like a Yoda, like a little Yoda. Yeah. I was thinking, like, if you ever seen the Lord of the Rings, I don't know if it was Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, Gollum. It looked like a baby Gollum almost. Do you know what that is?
I forgot what it was. It's like a dude with like big ears or something.
Yeah,
It was like a
that.
like old thing. Yeah, that.
It looked like a baby though, a baby version of that. So I didn't think I thought it didn't scare me when I saw that.
No, I wouldn't mind having that thing on me, honestly.
So I was like, that's. Now the other thing in the woods kind of freaked me out. That big face looking thing. But I wouldn't mind having one of those. Hanging out. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like sometimes some people have a chihuahua. It looks like it's small and tiny, and the thing is as tough as a freaking. They're like it thinks it's a pit bull. It's like, what the hell is that? So just because it looks kind of cute and all that doesn't mean it necessarily is. I'm just saying. What's up, Kira? So yeah, chill out. Relax. Like coming from a person who sleeps on the couch and doesn't sleep in his room, it's pretty, amazing that I'm even saying the stuff that I'm saying, because I should take my own medicine, and tonight I should go sleep in my room like a normal person. For real. The same way I'm telling you all this advice, I need to take my own advice, and you know what? Challenge my fear, because that's what's controlling me. My fear of that room, I need to take it over, like Al said, and take my room back. And maybe put a sheet over the mirror. I mean, that might be a good start. But yeah, dude, you're fine. You're good. Anyway, I'm going to let you go now so you can just chill back, and I'm sure you might be going off to play Fortnite or something. Or whatever.
Probably in a little bit, yeah.
All right. Go do your thing.
All right, see you.
Thank you for coming on and talking with Al. I thought that would be helpful for you. I hope it was. And Melissa's advice.
Thank you for letting me up and talking to myself.
Well, listen, you have a great night, and we'll talk.
All right.
All right, later, bro.
All right, see you.
Later. So that was KJ. He's on TikTok. He's on the Twitchy land. He goes and hangs out with everyone. But people have experiences all the time. And it's good that Al was talking to him, because Al's experienced. And Melissa, she's done a lot of investigative work for the International UFO Bureau herself. She's actually working on cases right now as we speak. So, and me, I've been dealing with this for years. On a personal level, work level. It's what I do. You know how many people I've spoken to over the years? Thousands and thousands of people. So, yeah, he'll be fine. Kira, we were just talking pretty much tonight was pretty much about the paranormal. What Al experienced, what I experienced with Al. You know, we've been to a few locations together too. There's some that I totally forgot about that we went together on. But there you can ask people who stayed in my house. They will tell you what their experiences are in this house. It's not just one. There's quite a few people that have had experiences in this house. Not just me and Mom. It's definitely people who've stayed here for Pine Bush. I mean, one of my friends was in the hallway over there, because it seems the activity's on the other side mostly. And he said he heard a young woman talking to a small child. One of my friends was sleeping near the fireplace because there was like people here sleeping everywhere on air mattresses, air beds actually. And the poker thing for the fireplace, and he was far away from it, it just went boop. You know, things happen. But it's not anything. It could be anything. It could be a very logical explanation to it. But people let their imaginations get the best of them too. Like I was saying the other night, when you're very tired, you start seeing shadows. Your mind starts playing tricks on you. It just does. That's another thing. Maybe he's overtired and he's letting his mind play tricks on him. I'm just saying. It happens to me. I like right now, I'm super tired. And I wouldn't doubt when I'm really tired, I start like seeing shadows, like things moving. That's normal. You're overly tired. Your eyes are playing tricks on you. It's as simple as that. I mean, really. So, you know, that's how you got to think. Logically, rationally, you know. And you cannot let your fear and your imagination run wild and get the best of you. You just can't. I'm not saying, I mean, when a chair turns around slowly, that's a different issue. That's different. That's a whole nother level. But, you know, if you, like me, if I thought there was something going on always, because it does happen in that corner over there, but I'm not going to let it manifest me and think that I'm bugging out every night that there's something there. I can't. There's no way. What happened, Kira? I have seen one of my cat that... Oh my gosh. She's seen one of her cat that had passed running down the hall. I used to hear... So my two dogs that I... Oh my God, I didn't get a dog for 7 years because it hurt that bad. I lost two of my dogs 3 months apart. And they're in the backyard. Shortly thereafter, one of them had like a little bell. I would hear the bell in the house. Now, was it my imagination? It's possible, but I could swear that the dog was still here. Or sometimes, you ever get that where you smell perfume or flowers and it's impossible, but you smell it? That's happened to me numerous times. And I'm like, who is that? Was that my grandmother? Like, it's amazing. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, but I have. And it's like, you feel it feels so good. Right, Ma? What? Like sometimes you'll smell perfume and it could be somebody, you know, huh?
It's good.
And it's all flowers, right?
Mm-hmm. It's good, like if somebody's around.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And another thing too, that wherever you sleep. Okay.
Hold on, Ma. Hold on.
What can I tell him?
Wait a minute. I gotta do something. I can't hear you. Okay, go ahead.
When I was young, you know, I like expensive clothing, and you know, I like everything expensive.
What does that have to do with anything?
So, my mother used to say, "What's wrong with you?" You know. So then, what happened was that if you didn't give it to me, I would get mad and all that. And then, when I was sleeping, the devil came to me
Oh, jeez. I'm not even going into this story.
and calling me to go with him with his hands. And I saw him, like, come with me, come with me. And then when I saw that, I said, oh, you look ugly, like nasty. Then I said, please, God, forgive me. You know, I started to pray and everything. And I never saw that devil again. And I never...
But the point is, you prayed and it went away.
It went away. But then I learned my lesson.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I learned my lesson. He was going to give me that, but I was going to go to him. So then I started to pray, and then I said, no.
KJ.
No more.
I saw what you wrote. Oh my gosh.
I said, no more. No more, no more. And ever since I never asked for, you know, like, because I was spoiled.
Yeah.
And then I would have like a tantrum if you didn't give me
A tantrum, yeah. I can only imagine you as a little kid with a tantrum. It's bad enough now. I can't imagine what it was like back then. Oh my gosh.
What's wrong with you?
Anyway.
I expect you. What's wrong with you, Taiki?
Oh shit, I gotta check the station.
Taikito is the baby.
Everything is good. Thank God.
Be good, Taikito.
So you two are funny on TikTok chat.
Hey.
Going back and forth. The battery stuff and the radiator stuff, like really? Come on.
Ouch! I'm sorry, Taiko. Oh no, Taikito, I'm sorry.
She accidentally stepped on. I'm assuming.
No, Taikito. Oh.
You know what you should do? Feed him.
I already fed him.
Okay. All right. Okay. I was just making sure.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, it's time for me to digress.
Come on. Let me see if you
Now, this was a standalone stream just with Al. So I have two choices. Go rest. Tomorrow's a heavy day for me for work. Heavy. Or I'm probably thinking of going to just chill and rest. Or stop this on TikTok and stay on the other streams. Because I really want to play that South Park game. I can't do it on TikTok. I just can't. But I'm thinking of checking that game out. Or other stuff on the other platforms. Maybe I just stay on the Twitchy one. And do away with all the other ones. I don't know. Nick disappeared. Everything went quiet. Yeah, the South Park game.
They got tired.
Yeah, they got tired. I don't know. Sometimes I'm always busy, and sometimes I need to just force myself to rest. I mean, I did 25 miles on the bike this morning. It's been that kind of a day. So maybe I go get some munchies, make some popcorn, air pop popcorn. It's already after 11. And tomorrow might be a long work day. So I don't even know if I'll be streaming at all tomorrow. Tomorrow's tough. Thursday, I'm going bike riding again. And I got shows at night. It's going to be it's a holiday weekend this weekend. I'm still going to be busy. The Bishop is going to go live. I think he's going live from a location. Well, that's in a couple of weeks. The other shows are not going to go on because it's a holiday weekend.
Come on, Taikito.
Then I got work Saturday night and Sunday.
Oh,
No shows Monday, I don't think. But I got a no, I don't have a pre-record. I'm doing Monday. So I'll be busy. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that, KJ. I'm thinking of taking a break because tomorrow I got a meeting at 12. And then I got a bunch of videos that a host sent me. A ton. That I have to edit tomorrow morning. That's going to take like an hour in itself when I wake up. Then show start at 2. Live from 2 to 4. And then live from 6 to 10. So tomorrow's heavy. And then Thursday is live 6 to 8. No, 6 to 10. Friday's easy, 7 to 9. And then Saturday, I do a pre-record at 6, and then I do a live show at 8. And then Sunday, I got a show at 4 and another one at 7 with Melissa. And then Monday is the one day that I don't have no shows or nothing going on. It's Labor Day. So, and that's just the station stuff. Then there's stuff I have to do around here. The good thing is, over the last 2 days, I have cleaned this side of the room, which is pretty cool. Oh, and I got to do laundry tomorrow. I know what you want. Look who's here. I forgot to tell. I did forget to tell Al that he's got a huge dog. He weighs 80 pounds, KJ, and the dogs won't even go into his room. But he won't go. He's right here. You can't see him, but he's laying down right next to me. My baby. He stays by my side. He follows me. This dog, he's just amazing. Cavacos. My babies. Look. Let me take the camera. Oh. There he is. Uh-oh. There's the baby. Right? Are you my baby? Alexa, turn on light.
Okay.
Whoa. Alexa, dim living room light, 50%.
For sure.
Oh. It keeps coming up with these words that I'm like, I never... See him? Cavaki stiveti vakil. Look at that. What is that thing Al got a picture of? Why? Cavacles. And the dog sense things too. Look at him. He's the baby. I know what the baby wants. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. He's coming up here. He's just waiting for his, he needs to go OUT. Look. That's the baby. Nano. Kavak. I know what the baby wants. I know what the baby wants. No, he's Pomsky. He's half. Oh, he's leaving. He's half husky and half. Wow. So I kind of fixed this area today. It looks a lot more neater. You see? You know what he wants. Rocco? You want to go out? Look how the tail stops. The baby wants to go outside? See, that's for me to follow him. You hear him? That's what he wants. So I kind of fixed all this up today. It's kind of neat now. It's a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. But at least I got it organized. Alexa, shut light. You know I gotta take him outside now. That's a done deal. Alexa, shut light.
Okay.
Thank God. It's blinding me. Anyway, yeah, he wants out. He wants out, Mike. Yeah, so he's half it's a special breed, Pomsky. Half husky, half Pomeranian. He's like half the size of a husky, but looks exactly like a husky. He's right here. He's crying. I have to take him out. But I do want to do what Al said to test. No, he's howling because he wants me to take him outside. That's why. He's getting my attention. He knows how to get my attention. He's whining right now. You don't hear him whining? And I don't like to do that to him. He wants to go out, I got to take him out. But I do want to do that test that Al said. Put the box in the backyard. See if anything picks up in the backyard. Put it... I can't put it on the other side of the house because that's too far. Way too far to put it on the property. And then put it by the woods. And put the camera on, see if anything gets picked up. I would like to try that. Not tonight. Yours sees a car drive by and just starts howling and barking like he's been... What's up, Chris? Now he's up here now. He's here now. See? He's here now. He's up. He's right here. Up. Now he's like really... he's charged up now. See? Now he's up. Now he's up here. See? Anyway, I'm going to bail and make it an early night for once. Get some rest. So, if anybody's watching anywhere, I know Mike's there. Wow, Rock was there. I didn't even see him. KJ, Kira, anybody that may be watching on TikTok, you all have a nice night. Be well, be blessed, be safe. And for those watching on the other platforms, same go to all of you on the Bookface and TubeViews and Twitchies, the Rumblers. Yeah, good idea, KJ. Good idea. Good idea. Anyway, love to all of you, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. I'm going to go rest.